Hey guys, it's Matt Trammell here, COVER1, San Angelo Live. We got Bobcats football, and that's right, guys. You saw it there. A fumble on the second drive by the Central Bobcats. They are losing this one 7-0 right now, but it's still early, and we're going to have a whole lot of football ahead of us. So, bad start, but we'll see what happens. To you guys at the desk.
All right. Hello and welcome to Week 14 of the Texas high school football season. I'm Manny Diaz.
Gabaldon.
And also joined by the former Central Bobcat himself, Tanner Dabbert.
Yes, sir.
Happy Thanksgiving to you all. We just saw Matt Trammell there as he gave us a sneak peek of what's going on with the Central game out at Grande Communication Stadium in Midland. As the Bobcats are taking on Midland Lee. In fact, before we kind of get into the introductions, let's go back out to Grande. Good stuff going on so far.
So Malachi Brown here, just right there, driving almost in the end zone, but throws a pick right here on about their 4-yard line. Had the ball at the 25, looked like they were going to score, get on the board finally, but another turnover by the Bobcats. That's 2 already, and a 3 and out. The offense has got to get some stuff moving.
Wow, some early things going on there at Grande Communication Stadium. Matt Trammell keeping us updated on that one. All right, so Week 14, Thanksgiving Turkey Day is already said and done. Enough of the turkey coma. We got to get down to business here because the Bobcats are coming off just, a tough loss, Week 13 loss against Odessa Permian, in which now it kind of puts their backs against the wall in hopes of if they want to actually win a share of this district title. I'll start off with you guys. Talk about, what this week necessarily means for these guys.
I'll go ahead. I just think it's crucial for them, to beat Midland Lee. Midland Lee is a stout team. I'm sure they watched a lot of film on them. Definitely beatable, though. I mean, we saw Permian beat them. So hopefully they can pull this one out. I think they're relying on their defense a lot right now, and there's only so much you can do.
Right.
You can't do that too much.
Certainly. Tanner, you guys, y'all were in a big ball game last year in the season finale against Haltom, which you just kind of you went nuts.
Bonkers.
Yeah, you went nuts. From a player's perspective, give me the nuts and bolts of what's going on in the frame of mind there to kind of stay focused on this whole thing.
Yeah, certainly this is a huge game for them. We were in a little bit of a different scenario where we had to win to make the playoffs. Here they're fighting for something a little bit maybe more passionate, a district title that we missed out on last year. Also, I think these guys know Permian and Midland Lee are the two real dogs in that district with them, and for them to come up short last week on one I know that they've been itching to play for almost 2 years. I think this is one, if they're going to have any momentum going into the playoffs, they need to win to prove to themselves that they're really a top team in West Texas. Definitely.
Well, it's the Bobcats and the Lee Rebels going at it today, as well as Midland High and Abilene High. More action in the Little Southwest Conference, which we'll take a peek into that game, as well as Odessa High and Friendship. We're pretty much covering all of the Little Southwest Conference this afternoon. Plus some big games. We'll kind of keep you updated on some scores out in El Paso, which will likely be a first-round matchup for the Central Bobcats. And then some big matchups here, fellas. Euless Trinity, Fort Worth Haltom. That's a good one because that's likely a second-round matchup for the Bobcats, or perhaps South Lake Keller Timber Creek. That's another matchup going on today. And Keller Byron Nelson. So we'll have some live. We're going to effort some live look-ins with some of those. Plus, hey, this is just a buffet of high school football today. Not only do we have the Little Southwest Conference covered today, but coming up at 4 o'clock this afternoon, your boys' hometown, the Christoval Cougars, playing in the third round of the Texas high school football playoffs. The first time ever in the 11-man football era, taking on Snook down in Fredericksburg. We have boots on the ground as we speak that they are en route to Fredericksburg. So we'll have highlights of that one coming up a little bit later. So Matt Trammell is efforting a number of live look-ins. Trammell, what do we have? Do we have anything meaningful to check out as we speak?
Well, we have a few games going right now. We have, of course, the Central game. They're playing Lee, and they have the ball, and they're driving. They're on their 18-yard line, or on Midland Lee's 18-yard line, looking to go score. So They're only down 7-0 right now, right, guys?
Yes, correct.
Yeah. All right, yeah, so 7-0 right now. So as long as they can get on the board right here, it keeps them in this ball game. So Malachi Brown rolls out to the left, but goes back to the right with a pass. Gets all the way down to about the 11-yard line.
Looks like Life SD on that
Yeah,
one.
Jaden Lifesty, one of their number one players right there. So that's going to be on the 11-yard line, and not a first down, but only about 2 away from that first down marker. So looks like a run here, and that's going to be enough for the first. A fullback dive almost. So first and goal on the 7-yard line. 2 receivers up top, 1 to the bottom, running back to the left. Malachi Brown's going to look at it, change some stuff up here. Malachi takes the snap and looks to the left and makes the grab, but going to be stopped at about the 3-yard line. But that's the 1-yard line. So Bobcats are rolling right here, looking to get a touchdown. Second and goal, tight set right here. Malachi Brown takes it, just the hand up right off the middle, and that's going to be a Bobcat touchdown.
Let's go, baby.
So touchdown for the Bobcats. They're going to make it 6-0. The extra point's going to tie it up here. Field goal units in for them. And, what are they going to do? What are they going to do? They're going to look around and ask for it. Kick is up. And that's going to tie the ball game up. 7-7, guys.
Alrighty. Well, let's come back here to the desk. Thank you, Matt Trammell. Tanner, do you like what you saw out of that series and how the Bobcats were able to get on the scoreboard?
Yeah, that series, they were really efficient. I mean, they've done a really good job moving the ball, but reminiscent of last week, 2 early turnovers in scoring position for the Bobcats. I mean, they really could have a lot more points on the board, and you got to be wondering how they're really going to bounce. I mean, they bounced back well there, but you don't want to fall into that bad habit of turnovers in the scoring position.
Yeah, turnovers, man. They kind of just shot themselves in the foot. Last week, Christian, we saw a lot of that. Talk about, the importance of just holding on to the football.
Oh, it's crucial, man. Last week they could have easily been up 21-6 on Permian. But, like we said, costly turnovers just kind of ruined it. A lot of momentum if you're up 21-6, obviously. But, you got to appreciate the defense and the scheme they made this week. I guess Coach Willis, had it planned out because they really shutting them down besides the first Midland Lee drive. So hopefully they can keep it up.
Yeah, certainly they need to do that. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. Man, I tell you, the Bobcats defense will certainly be tested. McKylan Young, the lead running back, this dude, just a junior, all of 6 foot and pushing probably 220, 230. Just a bowling ball of a kid. And I know Clint Hartman, the Lee head coach, man, he loves to run the football. They love to utilize the running game to set things up with the passing game that can certainly morph into something else as hopefully we do not see McKylan Young get started this afternoon.
I get it. You're Team Lee over there.
Yeah, well, I had a chance to see him, early on in the season. So, but man, I like what the Bobcats are working with. Certainly, if they get the front 7 going, if they can kind of contain some things there, I think, man, it could be all right there. Matt Trammell, are you kind of seeing anything there at the live desk?
Yeah, I mean, with the Bobcats playing, you can just keep watching it all day long. But other games we're checking out, we have Abilene. They're playing Midland, and right now they're beating up on them 21-0 right now, and it's not even the second quarter yet.
Oh my goodness!
So that game's pretty much a blowout. Other games we're gonna have. Let me see. Let me go through it.
Abilene High's looking to make the playoffs today, right?
Who's that?
Abilene High.
Yeah.
Abilene High, yeah. If they win, they're in. And it looks like they're going to do that. Brock, Jim Ned, we're going to keep an eye on that one. Arlington Martin's playing Sam Houston right now. Denton Geyer and Lil Elm. So, and North Shore and Addis. Can't even say that one.
Atascocita, I think.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's it. There you go. Yeah, so we got a lot of big 6A games, but also we're going to keep an eye out. We got Christoval later, so big things coming from the live desk today.
Alrighty. Thank you, Matt Trammell. We'll keep an eye on that. All right. Let's see. So, some big things going on right now. 7-7 tied at Grande Communication Stadium. Tanner, you guys missed out on playing in the Little Southwest Conference.
Yeah.
Man, how, whenever you saw the districts realign this year, from your perspective, was it a little disheartening that you didn't get to kind of take all that in during your high school years?
Yeah, it was extremely disheartening because me and Chris were both in the off season before our junior year that this happened, and we both grew up every year playing these teams that also in the lower districts, JV and freshmen, were playing these same guys, and we're excited to play them on the biggest stage that we have here in Texas. And it just didn't work out, and when the districts realign, it's 2 years, so we both knew instantly we weren't going to get that chance to play Permian at home or play Midland Lee for a district title like they're getting to do now. And it's extremely disappointing, but obviously I think we both were able to refocus and take it as a new challenge that Central has never got to compete in. And I think, although it's not the normal and it's not that special tradition, I mean, when I look back on it, we had a pretty interesting 2 years in Central football that no one else gets to have.
Yeah, no, that's a good way to put it. Taking on the top. I guess Euless Trinity was probably one of the more bigger names, the top teams in Texas, and certainly North Texas.
Yeah, you get to see some athletes. No disrespect, but I think we can both say we saw some different kind of high school kids than you see around here.
They're just college kids in high school.
Well, the Trinity kids. Those kids look like. You probably can line them up on Sundays.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's something different, and obviously, I wish we had had more success. Last year, we were 1 win away from a piece of a district title, but although it's not the traditional Southwest Conference that Central's enjoyed, I look back on it pretty fondly, getting to do something that no one else had seen before in West Texas.
No doubt. All right. Well, Matt Trammell, it looks like the Bobcats that they just received the punt, so it looks like the possession is going back to them. Get us geared up for what we're about to see on this drive here.
Well, I think the best two knowing what's going to happen are probably those guys up there because they've been in it. But, Brent Davis is going to want to probably open up the ball right here. They're going to probably want to take some shots down the field, but also work those little screen games, trying to get them biting on the little screen stuff short, and then, boom, hit it long. Or, they also can just drive it out and pound it out. But you never know what these Bobcats are going to do. But defense is playing good, so let's see what happens.
I do want to get your take on the Trammell line this week, Matt. We'll visit that here in just a few moments. Of course, Trammell, it's Matty Vegas over here, how he sets the Texas high school football line. So, gentlemen, I'll ask you this. Tanner, visiting with you in week 1 when the Bobcats were down in Central Texas against Colleen Shoemaker, you had a lot of ideas of what they were going to do offensively. With Kevin Crane, with him kind of up in the eye, with him being in the eye in the sky, do you like how he's shaking things up this season?
Yeah, I think he's done a phenomenal job. Especially with Mal. Mal's always been a super dual threat, but as you've seen this year, every week as soon as they hit district, they're playing kids that are kind of their same skill level, size level. So scheme matters a little more. And as soon as they hit district, Mal went boom, 5 touchdowns, eventually throwing 6. And it's such a big progression because obviously Mal's been a good passer his whole career, but obviously a lot of his success has been with his running. I think this year, more than anything, you're seeing him sit in that pocket as long as he can to get something open. And it's really been working this year. I do worry. He is the leading rusher. They don't have a lot of rushing this year, and I think last week you saw as soon as they get behind, they're all pass, and Permian's able to drop back and just it really hinders their success. So with these early turnovers, we could say Central could be up 21-7 right now. Instead, it's tie ball game. Not only does that big lead let them still have that ability where the defense can't just back up, but also it keeps Midland's rushing attack, like you said.
Sure.
Because once you go down, you got to throw the ball.
Yeah, that makes a huge difference there. In fact, let's go ahead and peek into this. Let's go back to Grande Communication Stadium. Trammell, looks like the Bobcats are now in Rebel territory here.
Yeah, and just what he's saying, the last play, you see Malachi Brown, he takes the keeper and runs for about 8 yards. And then this play, they do a handoff, and it goes absolutely nowhere. This has been kind of a trend for the Bobcats, but they're lucky that they can throw the ball, and they have playmakers on the outside where, even when they do get down or when they get down even in the chains, they have those big play abilities. Another thing I want to look at is always look out for those double passes with Central. They got 2 quarterbacks playing on the field at all times. So.
And what was unique about that? Did they just hand it off to Jalen Leifus?
Yeah, they've been looking at any way to get him the ball lately. Big playmaker.
So we got a little screen pass here, and it's going to go for a first down. Going to go for 12 right there.
Caden
Boxy.
There he goes. That's a first down right there for the Bobcats. So ball on the 35-yard line, and they're marching. But twice we've seen them march down the field, and twice we've seen them turn it over. So we'll see what happens in this drive.
Tanner, what do you like? What do you like the Bobcats to kind of do now that they're kind of furthering themselves into Rebel territory here?
Well, they got to keep doing what they've been doing to get down there. Like we said, they have almost no inside running game at the moment through the last 2 weeks when they've been playing these really good teams. They got to continue to get the ball on the edge as much as they can. Playmakers like Jalen, like Tyler, who have a lot of speed. Also, their passing in the middle of the field is also really good. Midland Lee likes to play 2 safeties, so hitting Jalen over the middle or Tyler over the middle has been stuff that worked last week, and I think it could work this week too.
Well, here we go, over the middle, somewhat.
But
wasn't right that time.
Honestly, got smoked on this play.
Wow.
Who was that?
Got up though.
Yep, got up though. A little shaken
Oh,
up.
my
Took him a
goodness.
second to get up. Maybe got
Oh,
the
he's
breath
still-
knocked out of him, but I
Looks
don't
like
think he's going to
Weston.
be too bad
Weston?
hurt. Nope, they're going to actually have an injury timeout here. As they're going to have to get him
Yikes.
off the field.
That was certainly a shot there.
Yeah, so coming across the middle right there, quarterback throws it a little high, and you got to go jump and get it. Guys, tell me how that ends up.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you
Super
don't want
exposed
that.
on that one.
Especially late, as you can see, he was getting more towards the edge. Got to throw those as early as possible.
Well, y'all know a thing or two about that. I think,
Yeah.
Christian, we saw you last year against Del Rio
Oh, yeah.
in the end zone. Mal kind of led you right into one there.
Yeah, he wanted to kill me, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't imagine that's comforting.
So we're back at it. We got doubles on each side, running back to the right. Malachi's going to take the snap
Yeah.
and just going to take this one. A little QB draw for about 10 on, about 10. Nope, 9. Going to be just 1 yard short of the first down. And that's going to bring up third down. So 3rd and 1, but last time we saw they were able to get it on 3rd and 12. So let's see if this one's going to give them trouble. Hurrying up to the line here, 2 receivers on each side. He's just going to take it himself to the left and going to get the first down. Going to be on the 24-yard line. 5-yard gain.
I mean, teams obviously have to know that when Malachi, I mean, he can do anything. Is there truly any way to defend that? Certainly in those kind of 3rd and short scenarios.
I don't really think there is, honestly, because Mal's kind of a big boy, too, so he'll run you over or at least get pushed forward to get an extra 2-3 yards.
Quarterback takes it, and he's going to look at just a check down here to number 1 and gets out at about the 4-yard line, but that's going to be 1st and goal. Central 1st and goal on the 4-yard line. Who's that?
Got to see if they'll go with Mal again
Isaac
here.
Gibson, I think. He was probably in for the injured slot.
All right, so we got 2 running backs out, 2 receivers to the right, single up receiver at the top. We're going to get another call
Check
here.
Yeah,
Man, it would. We don't see an Ashton Hartsfield in there. That's usually his kind of. This is his kind of territory. So
Hasn't he been on defense?
Yeah, he's been on
lately? He's been
defense.
playing defensive end.
well,
lately.
But I wouldn't
mean-
be surprised. They
Yeah, they could always
throw
throw him back there. I'm
The
sure he knows
fridge.
what to do. No, they just picked up that 3rd and short with Mal. Wondering if they'll go back to him, pick up these last.
Well, they're
2
going to go ahead and
yards.
take a timeout and think about it. We can go back to you guys. What are y'all running? What do y'all think? What do y'all think is going to be happening?
Yeah, we'll start with you, Christian. What do you like? What are you pulling out of the old bag of tricks here?
I don't know. I know they have a lot of pick plays because, they used to always run that with us. I don't know, not to bash on Mal, but he's kind of butterfingers in the red zone when he's running it. So, I don't know. He got them down there, though. So, I think maybe a pick play would be good if they could, do that without getting a flag because they're right there knocking on the door. So, what do you think?
I'd let Mal run it.
No.
I trust him.
Rolling sevens, hopefully not.
It's very good. They have Hartsfield in tight end there, the big boy.
Little tight end dump.
See if they'll try and run behind him. I wasn't thinking that.
Well, last week we saw the Cats in a very third in it was a very short field scenario like that, and Mal saw a guy in the end zone, but it was in the wrong color uni.
Yeah.
So not the most highlighted thing out of that.
So pretty much just a bunch play right there and hand it off and see if you can find a hole. But there was no holes and nowhere for anybody to go on that one. So if he got back to the line, I would be surprised on that. They're going to take it here. Now they're going to hand it to Malachi, but he's not going to get it either. It's going to be on the 1 yard line. Man, so 2 quick plays in a row. 1 handoff up the middle, and then 1 quarterback sweep to the left. So let's see what they do right here. Another quarterback. Oh, keeper by Malachi, and that's a touchdown. There you go. Bobcats take the lead. That'll make it 13-7 right there. Extra point will make it 14-14.
Looks like
14-7.
Looks like they trusted Mal right there.
Well, heck, it took them
correct
4
call.
plays.
Yeah.
Knock in the extra point, too.
Yep. So let's see what happens. So the kick is up, and it is, it's going to be good. So 14-7, touchdown ball game.
All righty. Well, the Bobcats take their first lead of the ball game there at Grande Communication Stadium, 14-7. Is
with 7 left in the second quarter.
7 left in the second quarter. So still an opportunity for them to get the ball back and get another score in before this half is over. Gentlemen, do you like the pace that's being picked up now and what the Bobcats are doing?
Go ahead.
Certainly. I think the most impressive thing is the defense. Midland Lee is a very explosive team, and to have them have 4 or 5 possessions now with only 7 points on the board, that's got to be a big win.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. You just can't have no double passes like last week from Midland Lee.
Yeah, they got to finish out the first half. They didn't do that last week.
Yeah, but if they can hold them right here, and at least if we get back on offense, maybe run out the clock, run it a little bit, Only thing is they get the ball at halftime again, though. Midland Lee does.
Lee does? Okay.
Which not really accustomed to. Usually Central defers, but they received it on this one.
Okay, so hopefully the Bobcats get one more crack at it on offense as we kind of take a break from the action there. We'll check in with that. Of course, this is somewhat like the NFL Red Zone of Texas high school football. We'll kind of peek in at
Manny
this game.
Scott Hansen.
Yeah. So as things kind of develop in that game, we'll go back out to Grande Communication Stadium. But first things first, let's go back out to Trammell. And Trammell, we rushed into this show because there was good action there. But there is a Trammell line. Matty Vegas over here.
Here we go.
Trammell, let's start off with this Central game. What line?
I had Central by 2.5. I got Central by 2.5. It looks like it's gonna hit, but right now we're still got that neck and neck game, so we'll see. And then 68. I got him at 68.
Over
points.
under 68.
Yeah, got him 68 combined.
Okay.
And that could very well happen. It's already 14-7, so that's already 21.
Yeah, okay.
We got some points.
All right, well, let's come back over here. So we'll start with you, Christian. The 2.5. Do you like the 2.5? You taking the points?
Yeah, I like the 2.5. That's solid to me. The 68, though, I don't know. Obviously, I've been watching the game, and it's a pretty good defensive showdown right now. But, you never know. It could hit. Like last week's game was, did it hit or was it right there? Was it right there?
Yeah, it was right there. Yeah, it was right there.
Who knows, man?
What about you, Tanner? Do you taking points? Or do you like the over/under?
I like it right now for Central, but they're doing a lot better defensively than I think anyone could have predicted. I think the over/under to start the game is about right. I think everyone thought it'd be a high-scoring game, so this has been a little surprising early on.
Okay. Well, all right. So, so what do you guys say? So, Christian, you say you taking the under or you taking the over in that?
I'll take the over.
The over?
Maybe a crazy second half.
I'll take the under.
The under?
But second halves always get a little crazy.
All right. I'll take the under. I'll take
Okay.
the under on that one there. All right,
We'll go
Trammell.
against them.
Let's before we kind of peek into one more game, give us another line. Certainly for
I'll
this
give you the
Midland-
line to the game we're about to give a peek into. All right, and I'm not going to tell you what the score is yet, but I got Abilene versus Midland. I got Abilene. That's a typo, but Abilene by 8.
In fact, Trammell, hey, let's go back out to Grande Communication Stadium if you can pull that up.
Yeah, we got.
We just saw something that's kind of developed in that one there.
Yep. Go ahead and get it going. Maybe we can get a replay here.
Yeah, so it looks like Midland Lee just scored, and it was on a pass play there. And looks like there was perhaps some extracurricular activities, unsportsmanlike conduct called on the Rebels. Maybe they'll show us a replay here. But yeah, so the touchdown is making this game interesting here as
Yeah,
Lee-
this will tie it up at 14. So there's the kick, and let's see if it. Yeah, it's going to be at 14.
Wow.
And just like that, we're in a tie ball game. Look at that, guys. So we said it wasn't. They weren't scoring, but
Yeah, the defense.
they are scoring.
The defense
5:27
certainly
left.
has to,
5:27 left in the half. 14 all.
wow. All right.
Yeah, it
so,
looked like just an open hole shot to the receiver.
Yeah,
back
it was
shoulder.
down the sideline that he was just. I mean, nobody. He ran in untouched.
Yeah.
I mean, it was kind of just looked like a broken coverage that kind of happened on that one.
Definitely.
There. All right. As we get back to that, it is now a tie ball game at Grande Communication Stadium. Central 14, Midland Lee 14. Winner of this gets a share of the district title. Well, certainly if Central wins, they get a share of the district title. Lee, not so much. I don't believe that they would get a share if they.
No, they would.
They would.
They would.
Okay.
They only have one
Everyone-
district
Everyone
loss.
has ones right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense there. So winner gets a share of that. Certainly, who are they going to share it with? Is the bigger question there. All right, so Trammell, let's go back to that line that you were talking about before we were interrupted by the Rebels as they decided to kind of put one on the Central Bobcats there.
All right, so the Joe's Ice House line for the Midland High versus Abilene High. I had Midland losing by 8, and the over-under in that is at 43.
Oh, wow, okay.
Would y'all like to just take a peek at the game?
I heard you say 21-0 earlier.
Yeah.
Well, it's the second quarter now, so it's
Okay.
not looking any better. It is now 28-0.
Oh, okay.
And I guarantee you, if we come in right now, we're going to see them score a touchdown. Oh, he breaks a tackle. He goes right, and oh, man. But this has just been every play's been for over 10 yards, it seems. I've been peeking in every once in a while, and just about every play goes for just about 10 or more yards. So it won't take long to see a touchdown in this one.
So Abilene High kind of just asserting themselves there at the old.
Yeah, the
the old
Bulldogs must
Shotwell
have had too
Stadium
much
this
turkey
afternoon.
yesterday because they did not show up for this one. We'll see if they can get a quick touchdown here. Y'all let me know if anything else happens in the crazy. Oh, there he goes. He broke it. Just like I said, every single play is a touchdown.
G
So
to the over.
Definitely
30
looks like the over, yeah.
second quarter, 35-0. Looks like the over's going to hit. Looks like I was right on this one, boys.
Yeah, no bad beat involved in this one here today. Man, that's just
Smoking them.
yeah. The
See ya
defense just kind
later.
of just like
yeah, they're laying down.
I mean, Midland truly has nothing to play for in this one, so it's just kind of I guess. It's,
Yeah, Abilene High has
whatever at
everything
this
to
point.
play for.
Yeah, Abilene High is playing for. I mean,
And it looks like they're going to play in the playoffs. So,
Exciting for them.
yeah.
They weren't able to make it the last 2 years.
yeah. This is the first playoff berth I think since 2016.
Wow.
I think that sounds about right. That was a year that they went all the way to the to the regional semifinals. It was the third round, and they went into overtime with DeSoto.
I remember
and
that.
At Wichita Falls that night, and it was just a crazy game. And that was the final year, this final season, the senior season for Abram Smith, who's now at the University of Baylor, running back / linebacker. They kind of just put him anywhere and everywhere. So, but yeah, the kid was a stud. But yeah, so man, that's clutch for them, for the kids there on the north side of Abilene. All right, we do have to remind you that hour one of COVER1 live COVER1 here on SanAngeloLive.com, presented by Little Caesars Pizza of San Angelo, for all the pregame, mid-game, heck, if post-game, heck, for the if you don't feel like eating turkey and sharing some family time with the in-laws that came in, hey. Call up or just run by a Little Caesars of San Angelo, and they'll take care of you with a good old-fashioned hot and ready there. All right, Matt Trammell, are we seeing any other developments from Grande Communications Stadium there in Midland?
Well, Central just got the ball. Remember, we had that personal foul on the last one, so they got a little closer kickoff here. Pass play on the first play, a little screen play, and it's going to get not a first down, but pretty close. Watch it again right here. So, I guess it wasn't it was a screen. It was actually like a rollout. So
a little Jalen Life action.
Don't know if that's going to get the first, but it's going to be kind of close. So doubles on each side again. Running back to the left. You're going to send Life in motion and hand it on jet sweep to him. And looks like he's going to get tackled in the backfield on that one. Read it all day long.
Yikes. Okay.
So, yeah, when you see a superstar, like him on the team just cut across, you probably, you're automatically going to think he's going to get the ball. So, not very tricky there, but still just keep trying to get the ball in his hands at just about every play.
Now, he broke a school record last week for, was it most receiving yards? Or?
Yeah. Yes, most receiving yards.
Tanner, how did you not? Were you close to that?
I tied it.
You tied it.
Last year, but Jalen smoked me.
Yeah, he put on a few more yards last week.
He smoked everybody.
Yeah, it's surprising that you weren't. I mean, as much as you were targeted last year, and as big the impact that you had on this team last season, I was surprised that you weren't able to do that. But Jalen Life certainly he is the Bobcats' go-to guy this season.
Here's a reverse of Life right here. Yep. Gonna get a first down and a little bit extra, about 3 extra.
And the thing is, with Jalen, he's not the biggest cat in the world.
No, he's not.
He's about, 5'5", 5'6", maybe 5'7" on a good day.
5'7". In cleats, 5'7".
You'd probably say around 5'9".
yeah, they got to embellish on the roster sheet.
Yeah. No, he's definitely a really hard guy to get a hit on, though, at that size. Moves really well.
He's good at finding holes and find little crevices, and no matter if he's not going around or has running the ball in his hands.
Has a really good eye for finding the lane, too, as you saw last week. I mean, some of those weren't even long passes that he just made extra 30, 40 yards on. Added up to 260 at the end of it.
Nice little handoff here. It's going to go for about 3.
Man, that is just
getting a little physical down here at the bottom. There.
Yeah, you guys played wideout. Do you think y'all could have actually lined up in the old running back position there with some of these big sluggos there in the trenches?
I can give Tanner could, but I don't know. I'd stay out wide.
I'd stay out wide.
I definitely asked Coach Crane to do it a lot, but he didn't think so I'm probably wrong.
Now, Tanner, you played quarterback from middle school, and did you play in the JV?
Yeah, I was JV quarterback my sophomore year, and looked like I was going to be the quarterback after Mal, but once he got his injury, Mal came in and lit it up, and I have no argument over how it went down.
So third down here, takes a snap. We'll see what happens. Deep ball here, and just a little bit over his head, so going to bring up fourth down. Little bit of contact, but not enough there for a flag.
All right, so is this 4-down territory? Do you punt it? What do we do here, gentlemen?
I think go for it.
It looks like they're keeping everyone on the field.
Yeah,
you're past the 50, so you're actually past the 45. So Might as well go for it.
They went for a 4th and 16 on the other side of the
Had
field
one
last
jump.
week.
Don't know if he was fully
Uh-oh.
offsides, but
Free
another
play?
long throw here and another overthrow. That's going to be no good.
Yeah, but did someone jump?
But I don't know if they got. I don't know if they got the penalty though. Doesn't look like the penalty flag came out, so that's just going to be
Tough
no
one.
good. And the Lee Rebels are going to start on the 43-yard line.
All right. So about how much time are we working with there, Trammell, more or less?
I would say probably around the 3-minute mark.
Yeah, that sounds
So
about right.
there's still some time for the Rebels to go down the field.
Oh yeah,
That's-
and they're on the 43.
Yeah.
They're 45. It could be two, 3 plays, and they could be in the end zone right now.
Yeah.
Well, Mikey Serrano, the QB1 there for the Rebels, is a guy to watch. And apparently, let's go back into that game and let's check in with what he is doing, because this guy, very much like Malachi Brown, a big play, a highlight waiting to happen, and there he goes.
Yeah, so just like that, that's a 10-yard run or 15-yard run right there, and now you're in big-time scoring position. It's no longer time. It's amount like if you want Central to have time left.
Yeah, and as we just talked about, Central's got to finish the half better, especially with Midland High getting the ball to start the second half too.
Yeah, and last week, man, it was just such a crazy way it ended. You know, with the turnovers down the stretch of that one, and it just gave all the momentum to Permian.
Yeah.
So just a little out route here, and it's going to be complete. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 5 for the Rebels. Just an easy out route right here.
Man, Lee is just pushing the tempo
Yeah,
in
they
this
are.
drive.
So here we go, 3rd down. It's going to be 3rd and about 4.
Yeah, we see Ashton Hartsville lining up in the top left-hand corner there.
And the quarterback's going to keep it, but not a lot of room to go there. But yep, didn't get it. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Yep.
So will Lee go for it right here, or is it field goal for him? It's going to bring up about 4th and 2 on their
I think they're gonna
32-yard
go for
line.
it.
Yeah, I say they go
it's-
for it.
So we got a
pretty deep field
timeout
goal.
on the
Yeah.
field.
That's
Looks like it's
college
for the
age.
Bobcats.
Yeah, unless you're bringing out a guy that's good from about 45, at least on an easy day for that, you probably go for that.
Yeah, you got to have a Division I kicker for that.
All right, so gentlemen, we were talking about the idea of what to do with turkey for football players the day before a ball game like this. Y'all were informing me that the Central coaches advise their players not to eat turkey. What's the? Give me. I mean, that just sounds crazy. Give me the nuts and bolts on that.
I guess you just ham. I don't know. Trammell said, what'd you say was in the turkey?
It's called tryptophan.
Yeah, and apparently
man.
gets you kind of, I guess,
Tired.
drowsy.
Professor Trammell.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know our coaches are super aware of it. And when you're playing for Central, it's kind of like a mini high school job. So I'm sure they
Definitely.
advise them before this game, minimize your turkey intake as much as possible on Thanksgiving.
It's the same thing with the blood drives too, which is obvious. But yeah, stay away from the
Stay
the
away from
drives.
blood drives. Stay away from turkey. Anything that'll make you slower on a Friday.
Yeah. Well, that's an interesting take. I don't think I've quite heard that one. But that's if it would be interesting to see how the Bobcats took in Thanksgiving dinner.
So 4th down, we got a jumbo set. They sent 2 out in motion, but and a mix-up on the snap,
Uh-oh.
and they are not going to get it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Man,
Big
Central
play.
gets
Down
the
stop.
stop right there.
And
that
that
was a
that was a
huge-
wildcat formation for the Rebels, because that was not Mikey Serrano 13. He is their backup quarterback. He lines up in the slot, and man, it's he can either go with it or certainly hand it off to McKylan Young.
Yeah.
But man, that's a dangerous set right there. And the Bobcats, I think they got a little lucky. I think it was a
Little
little
bit.
luck,
Yeah.
and it's paired up
Yeah,
with.
I think
Better be
Midland
lucky
Lee
than
kinda
good.
just
Yeah.
overthought it.
Now they got a little 2-minute drill, which Coach Kane loves and practices a lot.
Yeah, we
so-
practice 2-minute drill all the time.
Yeah, so he loves these moments.
All right, well, let's check that out there.
Malachi's going to keep it, and no good. Had Life Vesty on a little
Little seam route, kind of.
just right
Coming
up
out of the
middle.
backfield.
Yep.
Yeah, I just missed him on that one.
Big drive here for the Bobcats. Get some momentum going into halftime.
Yeah, it definitely makes your defense a little more confident right here coming out the half if you can put some points on the board.
So there's you got double set here, so we're probably gonna run it, or not probably not gonna run it, probably gonna throw it. So we're looking at something in the middle or what?
Yeah, I mean we have it. We already saw it right here, but
Here it is, right down the middle, and got smoked again.
And
Those safeties are playing big hitting right now.
yeah, and Leifesty kind of just catching some. I mean, catching some heat there. Watch out, Jalen. More like Malachi. He's just like, hey, Jalen, I'm going to throw it your way, but easy, bud.
yeah, they're coming after all 5'5"
Yeah,
of Jalen.
Jalen will probably tell him something at halftime.
So we got trips to the right, running back also to the right. Got to get a first down here. It's 3rd and 10. And Mal's just going to keep it and get nothing out of it.
Yikes.
Yeah, they were ready for that draw play right there.
All right, so it appears that, that this one will kind of go in at deadlocked at 14 all unless, we just see something crazy happen down the stretch of this one in the first half.
Well,
Man,
But we have a timeout for the Rebels, so they're trying to keep some time on there. They may want to try to, make something happen.
Little Southwest is nothing but crazy, man.
They're going to punt from the 35, so if you can catch the ball maybe at your 40, maybe you can run 10 yards and get to the 50-yard line.
Yeah.
Then look, it's one big play, and you're right there.
Maybe even test your kicker strength, honestly.
Yeah.
If you can get there.
Heck, if you can get to the 15.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, we will come back to the desk and we will revisit that game once we see the Rebels with the football. Trammell, more or less, how much time do you think is left in this one now?
I don't know, man. Maybe it's got to be under 2 minutes.
Okay, so
I see bands on the sidelines, and then once you see the bands on the sidelines,
the bands will make you dance.
yeah.
Perhaps, as the kids would say.
So here we go. They're gonna punt it. We'll see what happens.
All right, so let's go back into this football game.
Yep, going for the punt. And this one's going to go out at about the
That's not good.
Oh, man, that official just
About
keeps on
midfield?
creeping up the sideline.
45.
Gosh, yeah, that's exactly what
Yeah,
Lee
that
wanted
is-
right there.
Cameraman lost the ball completely.
It's probably not a good sign for how the punt went.
Yeah.
So on the 45, and now they're one big play away from getting into where they can take this lead. So if you're the Bobcat defense, and they've shown up all game, they played really stout defense all game from the very jump. So we'll see what happens. Maybe they can get some turnover luck. So quarterback takes it. He's looking right, and he throws it, throwing it deep, and it's no good. And, the coach is going insane on the sidelines. Is there some...
They got lucky that quarterback just missed the receiver because he was
I don't see any flags on the field, though.
He was pretty open, though. I think that's why they're mad.
Perhaps maybe a push-off that's involved in that. And of course, we can't see the whole thing on that.
Nonetheless, though, still didn't get any yards, so it's going to be 2nd and 10. Quarterback's going to take it and just do a little screen dump off here, and he's got a lot of room with blockers in front of him.
A lot of big boys.
Look at that.
Oh, man.
Got tackled from behind, luckily, and that's going to be on the 25-yard line.
You had to hop out of bounds there.
Yeah, he definitely did.
I don't know how much
Probably going to cost them a timeout. They look like they were rushing, so.
Wow, okay. So this is, so the Rebels...
And just throws this one basically out of bounds on a screen, and they're still moving. So ball's on the 25-yard line, and the clock is stopped right here. So they got all the time in the world to figure out something. Bobcats defense has got to step up right here. Got to get some pressure back there. I don't know. I haven't seen many sacks yet this game, so I've seen them make some plays on running the ball and making stops, but I haven't seen them make any sacks. So let's see if they can get in the backfield right here. And the pressure's there, and he throws it down.
Man, almost. Trammell, you were talking of a sack. Almost happened just...
Yeah, looked like Montavious getting back there with some pressure.
Montavious
Speedy
Dobbins, that guy.
man. He is fast off the edge.
He was there, and you can tell he felt it because that pass right there, he just threw it at his feet. So
Looks like this might.
that's going to be 3rd down and 10. So just like last drive, will this Bobcat defense be able to stand up right here and bend but not break? So quarterback's going to take the snap, and this is a pass all the way, looking right and just throwing it deep, and he's got him.
Oh, man.
That's going to be on the 5-yard line. So after the stop last drive, they're going to not get it this drive. The ball's in the 5-yard line, but they still have time to get a stop. Midland Lee calls a timeout.
Oh,
yeah, wish we knew how much time was left.
Yeah.
Surely they'll point the camera at it if the cameraman's got some sort of sense for the viewers back home. Think about us, cameraman.
All right. Well, I mean, so we'll come back into this one as they get back on the field. So if this one does finish out, regardless of who wins this ball game, so we do know that Midland Lee and Odessa Permian, they will go into Division 1 of Class 6A. Abilene High and St. Angelo Central will go into Division 2 to represent that area or that division of high school football in Class 6A. So I guess it just kind of boils down to, how this other, the end of the bracket goes, certainly in Districts 3 and 4, whether that's usually the Euless Trinities of the world, they go Division 1. So if that's a Weatherford is more or less the same enrollment as St. Angelo Central, so we could be seeing perhaps maybe a second-round matchup against a school like that. Perhaps maybe even a South Lake Carroll. If South Lake Carroll last year was Division 1.
I hope it's Weatherford. That's
I hope it's
big
Weatherford.
Different teams you're talking about there.
Yeah, different scenarios. In fact, we'll have to check out the bracket on that, at least the division or the scores, and we can probably get more or less an idea who the Bobcats would get in the opening round. All right, Trammell, looks like the Rebels are just threatening and bringing the kitchen sink.
Here it is, the screen pass, and that's going to be a touchdown.
Man, there was one defender out there for him. And
Yep.
3
So
blockers.
they sent a man in motion and then just found him out there with the running back blocking and just some big boys around him. 2 big screenplays here on this drive, and Rebels are going to take the lead. If they get this, that'll be 21-14 going into halftime.
It's killer.
And that is the backup QB1 that scored on that play there. So Mikey Serrano, he is a senior this season for the Rebels. So that is the guy who will certainly take over there. From what I saw earlier this season with them, they have a freshman quarterback that's leading the JV very much like Tyler Hill was last season. This guy, he's a baseball player as well.
Oh, man. Those are scary.
Yeah. the dude knows how to throw strikes. We'll just we'll say that.
Yeah.
All right. So
Kick is good.
21-14 from
How much time did that take?
7 seconds left.
Okay, so 7 seconds left, as Trammell said, as the Rebels will take a 7-point edge into the half, barring anything crazy that happens. I know, Christian, you said this is the Little Southwest Conference, so I wouldn't put anything past that if it does happen to happen.
Life has you
Special teams
returning these
magic.
kicks or what?
Special teams magic right there. Who
Yeah,
knows?
come on.
Little
Yeah.
reverse.
So we'll go back to Grande. We'll peek into that, see if the
Music City
Rebels
Mir-
even give them an opportunity to
Grande
return the
City.
kick.
Grande City Miracle. Oh, get me excited over here.
All right, so we talked about it earlier, fellas. With the Bobcats, I mean, they're staring down a 7-point, trailing 7 points heading to this half here. Man, how do you feel so far? We'll start out with you, Christian, of how this thing is going heading into the break.
It's different from last week being tied. Obviously, both not very good scenarios off of, they had the lead. But, I mean, damn, Tyler had a long return right there, but not quite enough. I think after last week's struggles in the second half, I think Coach Willis and Coach Davis and all will take them in the half and hopefully have a better plan for this week. So after, what happened, obviously, with Permian. So, I mean, I have some confidence. And it looks like they had a second left, I think. So.
Yeah, so no joke, a big kickoff return there. They're going to start near the mid 50-yard line. So, hey, a little Hail Mary play, a little trick play. Who knows? Maybe you can get in the end zone, do something crazy, right?
Little Kyler Murray. I don't like Aaron Rodgers, so Kyler Murray, Hail Mary.
Dab, do you
magic.
do you like them lining up here and doing something with about 1 second left?
Yeah, I think you have to. far as a Hail Mary goes, I don't know how much time they have left, but it's definitely worth the shot. This whole second quarter has been pretty much all Midland Lee, so I think it'd be good to have at least some momentum going into the second half. Obviously, you got to tell Mal, though, to be careful with it.
Yeah, he is. I mean, he's the gunslinger, that's for sure.
Well, they may have had more than 7. I thought it said 7 on there.
This is the longest 7 seconds.
Yeah.
I got a little blurry screen here. This little, Could have thought that said 7 seconds. So either way, we'll see what happens.
All right. Well, it looks like they are kind of just they are waving the white flag on this one.
They saw enough of that.
They said no gunslinging now.
Yeah, let's go ahead and take this one in. So halftime, 21-14. It's been a good game so far. A lot of defense, a lot of offense, a lot of turnovers by Central, not a lot of turnovers by Midland. So, guys, what do y'all think? There's going to have to be some craziness go on. What do y'all think it'll be?
What do you think?
I don't know. I'm thinking, obviously hoping Central will stop, obviously at the half, and hopefully some Mal Brown magic, whether it's through the air or by his feet. So, I don't know. That's what I'm hoping. Hopefully,
over under 65. We're sitting at 21-14, so we're about halfway there. What do y'all think?
Man.
I got the over on that, so hopefully a lot of.
I'm flipping to the other.
I'm flipping to the other side, Dab says. Yeah, that's man. How important? Okay, I mean, in basketball, it's always been said, the first 2 minutes, the first 3 minute 5
feel out
are the most crucial to kind of really gain some momentum. In this case, how crucial is this first defensive this first defensive opportunity for Central to kind of contain this Rebel offense? How important is it for these guys?
I think it's super important. I mean, the way that Midland Lee just drove with under 2 minutes left that quick, I think that'd be huge to kind of demoralize their offense in a sense. And obviously put Malachi back on the field. Yeah. The gunslinger.
That's rough. Trammell, if you can, I think we might see if we can get our very own Ryan Chadwick via the Zoom.
Oh, forgot about Chadwick.
So we're now going to effort a Zoom call with our resident Bobcat connoisseur Ryan Chadwick. In fact, you can catch his write-up following this football game on www.sanangelo.com. In fact, for anything Texas high school football related, certainly with all the scores that are going on this afternoon, because there are just a number of games as we speak. SanAngeloLive.com/scores. You can catch it right on the front page there on the website. All right, so as we move into we're almost to hour 2 of this one here. We're about 50 or so minutes away from kickoff from Fredericksburg, Texas, where the Christoval Cougars will meet up with the Snook Blue Jays. This is the first ever trip to the third round of the postseason for the Cougars in the 11-man era. That's crazy to think about that because, I mean, what year were you guys born? Let me ask you this here.
02. I think we're both 02 babies.
02,
okay,
yeah.
so the last this will kind of put some shine on this whole thing. So Christoval made the transition to 11-man football from 6-man the mid-90s.
Mid-90s.
Yeah, so that streak of not doing too much in the 11-man era is older than you guys. So yeah,
I mean, it's like basically the Cowboys.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I mean, I hate to say that, but
that's we need another show. We need another platform.
Talk about that one.
Yeah. What just a terrible game that was.
Gosh, dude.
On Thanksgiving Day, but
we can go deep in that. Point out every flaw.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, of course, the non-Cowboys fan here certainly would enjoy that there. Trammell, what are you working on there that we can maybe check out for a moment?
Just give me a second. I'm working on getting this Zoom going.
Okay, all righty. So we will effort that here in just a bit. In fact, we will go ahead and we'll hear a word from our sponsor here in just a moment as we kind of get ready to kind of talk to Ryan Chadwick, the resident Bobcat connoisseur.
We're the general store with a story to tell. From the local jellies and jams made right here in West Texas, to the gifts and collectibles for everyone, along with our handcrafted Polish pottery to accent your dinner table. So let your memories begin at Eggemeyer's General Store, located in downtown San Angelo.
All right, gentlemen, if you're looking for a Christmas present for mom, perhaps Gam Gam, Grandma.
I need to go soon.
Yeah, Eggemeyer's General Store. In fact, for all the gents that are watching this live stream, don't waste your time anywhere else. You can find it there at Eggemeyer's General Store. And in fact, you might be able to get you some nice rock candy.
A little Small Business Saturday?
Yeah, something like that. Small Business Saturday. In fact, yes, they are very much local here in San Angelo, so you go out and support them in that. Let's see. Yesterday, with it being Thanksgiving, Christian, was there something that maybe that you had on the plate that was just like, oh my gosh, this was absolutely great?
Probably the ham. I had some pretty bomb ham from my girlfriend's mom. She cooked for us, so.
Oh wow.
It was great. And then they had some dessert, and it wasn't pumpkin pie. It was like, I don't know how to explain it. It was like pumpkin bites in a way. Oh. And it was delicious. It was like moist and super good.
So it was like a little mini pie?
Yeah, it's like I don't know, something like a brownie kind
That's
of, but
awesome.
pumpkin. Yeah, and I could have probably ate like 10 of them, but I'm the guest, so I gotta slow down. I know.
I gotta slow down.
Yeah, 'cause I could have just chowed down on those.
Yeah, Dab, anything special that you had?
I'm a pretty bland Thanksgiving eater, but I have to say we got this new 5-minute instant stuffing, that you just make it makes it. It's like in 5 minutes you can make it. But I liked it a lot, better than the normal stuffing that takes forever to make. So it kind of worked out for me. But no, I'm pretty bland with Thanksgiving though.
Okay. Well, no, I mean it's whatever floats your boat at that point.
As long as you get stuffed.
No, yeah, I ate a lot of what I ate. It just wasn't very variety. A lot of variety there.
All right. Well, Thanksgiving. When I was in Sweetwater last week, hanging out with Brock in Denver City. I was overhearing the Denver City radio commentator. He's an elderly guy, and he was going on about and it was very intricate in the details of how he eats post Thanksgiving. And he's talking about, you get you that mayonnaise and you make that old Thanksgiving sandwich.
Oh my gosh.
And it's just like, okay, all right, my man, that's how you do post Thanksgiving.
I had a Thanksgiving leftover sandwich.
That's a way to eat your leftovers.
Yeah. I mean, you got to kind of it's almost like the old Forrest Gump type of thing. It's like you get the turkey, you mix it up with the different elements of how you're gonna eat the turkey at that point. So this and that. So yeah. Thanksgiving come and gone here. Usually this time of the year we're talking third round of the playoffs of Class 5A and 6A, pretty much all throughout the state of Texas. This time around we're talking the regular season, the district finale for the Bobcats as they're in Midland at Grande Communication Stadium taking on the Midland Lee Rebels. They are trailing 21-14 at the break. But for the rest of the Texas, Class 1A through 4A, they are in the third round of the playoffs. We have just two teams kind of representing our area. In fact, three if you want to count Mason. Sometimes they get thrown in that Austin mix.
Yeah, we'll take them.
Yeah, we'll take them. We two, make three.
So they're still in it?
We know a few guys out
yes.
there. We'll take
Who they have?
They are in it this week, and that's. I'm glad you asked because let's see.
Shiner.
They are in Shiner. Shiner is ranked in the top 5 in the state of Texas in Class 2A Division 1. The next game, in fact, it would not get any better for them as they would play Refugio in the next round. Refugio is likely the favorite. They're taking on Ganado today in Victoria tonight. Refugio is the defending Class 2A Division 1 state champion. So that's just that type of region that Mason is in. Of course, they've taken a few lumps this season.
I was going to say, with how they started, I don't think any of us expected a third round.
Right. So, but yeah, they're trying their darndest with that. If you can, anytime you can get the third round of the playoffs,
Hey, farther than Wall.
And that's what matters for them.
Yeah. Dang. Gabaldon taking some shots.
It was me or Joe that was gonna say it. Joe would have ran in here and blurted it.
Yeah. Well, don't say that too loud because Joe's Nevada Community Braves did not survive the area round. In fact. Well, they took a lump last week against the defending Class 4A Division II state champion Pleasant Grove. No need to repeat the score; it was that bad. But we'll just leave it at that. So some other games that are going on.
Do we have boots on the ground at Grande?
No, well, we have Chadwick there.
here?
Chadwick he should be there. Like last we checked, he was there. Have we been able to get in touch with
I have
Chadwick?
not been able to get in touch with him. So
Okay.
Chadwick went ghost, I guess.
Chadwick has gone ghost.
Yeah, hopefully he is not ghosting us at this point. So, some other pivotal games. In fact, Trammell, if you want to get the live scores up, and we can kind of transition to that here in a moment. But some other big games that are going on around the state of Texas, certainly in the postseason, Pilot Point and Bushland. Bushland is the team that eliminated Wall last week. They are taking on the Bearcats of Pilot Point this evening at 5 o'clock in Vernon. Man, that's a big game there. Another one is Brock and Jim Ned in Stephenville at Tarleton State University. And Brock
Ryan, can you hear me?
is the #1 team in the state of Texas. Jim
Can you hear
Ned,
me?
they survived in Class 2 in the Class 3A district with Wall as the district champion. So, man, you got to believe that's going to be a good football game there. Hopefully, Brock does just, hopefully Jim Ned can just make somewhat of a game. I think if they stick with it enough.
Yeah.
Trammell, looks like we're going to go out to him with the
Selfie moment.
the live desk, courtesy of Joe's Ice House, and he does have
I found him.
Ryan Chadwick
I
there.
found him. Yeah, I did. I was just looking for him, and I found him. Hey, Ryan, what's up? Wait, can you hear me, Manny?
Let's see. We should have.
We're just making sure we can hear you real quick, Ryan.
Let's see. Hold on.
This is a test. Can y'all hear me?
Now we should be able to hear.
All right. So, Ryan, give me a little update on the game so far. What's been going on? What the Cats are down, but not really. Kind of give us how it went down and how they're at where they are now.
Well, this game has been really back and forth since the beginning. Both teams are kind of trading blows. It's kind of like two boxers, feeling each other out in the first half. Trading a score here, trading a big play there. The only thing the Bobcats are doing is shoot themselves in the foot or committing 2 turnovers inside the 10-yard line again. So that's the difference in this game so far.
Hey, well, they've been battling back and forth, like you said, 2 boxers duking it out. But this next drive is going to be very pivotal for them. If they get scored on down now, or if they get scored on this next drive, they'll be down by 2 touchdowns. What do you think the defensive coach is telling them, and Brent Davis, what do you think they're telling them in the defense right now in the locker room?
So I took it to be.
Oh, you're right, Matt. It's going to be a huge momentum shift, and it's going to be really hard to come back from that. I think that Davis and the rest of the coaches are just going to tell the guys to stay home. Like, the Bobcats over-pursued a little too much on the read option plays in the first half, and that quarterback is pretty good. Like, he's pretty hard to tackle, so maybe mechanically just stay solid, wrap up, just don't let him run through arm tackles. But, yeah, mostly just stay home. We get fooled by the read option. And as far as the secondary goes, find your assignment, stick with your man. The 2 big plays that have happened have been broken coverage. So,
and this is electrical trade.
All right, final question here. What are you thinking? What's in your mind? What's in your heart that's telling you right now that Central will come back and get a piece of this district championship?
all right, this is anybody's game right now, man. Like, the offense is not playing all day. They move the ball to the ground, and they're moving successfully through the air. They just need to have ball security. They cannot turn the ball over anymore. Midland Lee has not turned the ball over, and I doubt they will. Like, they're a very mechanically sound team. So if your opponent's not going to make any mistakes, then you don't need to give them any free possessions. So all the Bobcats need to do is continue to run their offense efficiently, and I think they're going to not only get back to this game, but they have a chance to win it as well.
All right, Ryan. Well, thanks for calling, and we'll hear from you as soon as the game's over.
Yeah, man. Thanks, Matt.
All right, Ryan Chadwick, our resident Bobcat connoisseur, they're giving us an update there from Grande Communications Stadium. Always nice to hear his kind of take on things. Man, he's also what makes Chadwick unique. He's also, like these two guys up here, he's also a former Bobcat player. I believe from the 2009, 2010 era. Yeah. So yeah, his time goes back a little bit further than you guys, but his was at the start of the Brent Davis era, which, as you know, that was off to a very rocky start. But yeah, Nonetheless, hey, we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to bring you kind of our Cover 1 preview of the week. And this one, you know, for the moms that are watching out there, you're going to love this. This is what pretty much every coach's kid goes through. If you've ever seen a coach's kid, they're in a Texas high school football program, because you know they're always around. They always make friends with them. I'm sure that y'all saw a lot of that, certainly with Kevin Crane's his boy and a lot of the other kids that are a part of the Central Bobcat football program. So, in fact, this week's segment is called The Coach's Kid, and presented by Buggers. Yes.
I had to open my eyes.
Let's go. Bulimic, that's why. All I'm saying is Matthew's terrible at Rocket League.
Only $50, bro. I got Xbox.
I'm next. Calm down. You don't need a warm-up during it. It's pretty fun. I like to come out here and watch them practice and give them a hard time. And yeah,
it's a neat experience, you know, not only for me but for her and the players as well. You know, they take her in, they treat her like a little sister, you know, even at the junior high games, you know, and I'm being on the sideline or anything like that. These kids really adapt to her, and they really like her. My name is Casey Otho, and I'm the head coach at Christoval High School. Well, I think it's a unique situation. A lot of kids don't get to experience the things she gets to see, the things that she can learn by, you know, just being out here with me. I think it's special, you know, get to spend time with her in a unique kind of way, because my job being what it is I'm away from the house a lot, and it allows me to be around my kids and to do my job at the same time.
my name is Berkeley Otho, and my dad is the head football coach at Christoval. I know pretty much all the positions, and I know their play's name is like Ducks or something, but I don't really know what they do. I just know the names of them, and yeah.
The neat part about it is it transitions into the living room when we watch college football or, you know, in the NFL, and she's excited about watching that. You know, if certain teams are playing, she's a Mahomes fan.
I played flag football for like 2 years, and then all of a sudden I started playing basketball, summer basketball and stuff like that. So, but I don't really play it this year, but I kind of miss it.
I just like to watch her do whatever she wants to do. She's got a busy schedule now, and I understand that. And, but the flag football was kind of special to me. It meant a lot, you know, just seeing her, you know, execute the things that she sees on the practice field.
I have lots of fun coming out here, but the thing I don't like most is getting up really early. I'm really grouchy in the mornings, but I like being out here with my dad and just spending time with him is really fun.
Oh, it's just like any parent has to do. You have to get your kids out of bed. We just have to do it a couple hours earlier. We probably get in a fight every morning. But, you know, by the time we get here, you know, things have all smoothed over, and it's just another day.
I don't really have a favorite, but Braden is probably my favorite because he's cool, and I don't know, he's just my favorite.
Family on three. 1, 2, 3. Family!
I'm rooting them for a lot. My friends, I yell a lot, and they're like, why are you doing that? I'm like, duh, to cheer them on. But they don't like to cheer on for some reason. But I'm like, yay, go Cougars! And they're like, I like to yell for them. And I want them to win because this is Braden's last year, so I want them to make it to state.
As far as that goes, I got to remember that she's an 11-year-old girl too, you know, and I can't treat her like a 15-year-old boy as far as, you know, wanting her to pay attention and things like that. I've got to let her do her thing, and one of these days she's going to be, you know, a teenage girl, and I may not get to have these experiences with her as much as I'd like, so I'm going to try to take advantage of it right now.
All right, the coach's kid. My dad is the coach down in Christoval, Texas. Berkeley and Casey Otho there. The Christoval Cougars now in the third round of the playoffs. They will take on the Snook Blue Jays this afternoon at 4 o'clock down in Fredericksburg, Texas. They're in a very unique region this season. They've kind of always traditionally been in this area of Texas that's more lenient towards the West Texas and kind of the Panhandle area. This year they're kind of playing teams from the South Texas area. Snook is kind of from more or less Central Texas and that area of Texas. So it's rather different because this time last year they were probably lined up against a team like Wellington, who's in the top 5 rankings of Texas, and I mean they're just bulldozing through kids. So maybe it's a good thing that
it worked out well.
It certainly worked out for the Cougars that they do not draw against some of those teams, and now they get to be the team that's dominating kids on any given Friday night, or
love to
this
see
case
it.
Friday
Feels
afternoon.
good.
Yeah, it feels good to be on the other end of the hammer there. So. So good stuff. We'll have highlights from that game. Trammell, how about a score update from some of our scores throughout the state of Texas? He'll get that one here in just a moment because we do have a number of games that are going on. We did share with you moments about 10, 15 minutes or so ago. Some big games going on in Class 3A that could very well decide state champions at this point, or at least lead to that point. We'll know more about that. Pilot Point, Bushland, going on in Vernon. That's this evening. Brock and Jim Ned. That's probably the big game that the eyes of Texas are on right now. And then a number of other games. In fact, Trammell will get us going with that one there. And Matt Trammell, if you are ready, we'll let you take it away there.
All right, so the Deersky and Deersky Real Estate Professional of Texas scoreboard right here, San Angelo Live /scores. This is where you can find it. We can find other stuff on here besides scores like write-ups, this video, other videos, and so much more. Just go to sanangelolive.com /scores. All right, let's get it going. San Angelo Central, Midland Lee. Lee's up at halftime, 21-14. Jim Ned's beating Brock. What? 16-0. Jim Ned is up. South Lake Carroll's beating Keller Timber Creek 24-9. Third quarter started in that one. Mount Vernon, they beat Mineola 12-7. Canyon against Decatur, Canyon's up 7-0. Malakoff, Grandview are tied at 14. Cisco 7-0 against Holly. That was in the first quarter. Winthrop, Albany 12-0. That's in the third quarter. Ooh. Munster, Hamlin 28-21. Munster's up against Hamlin in the fourth quarter.
That's a good game there. And Hamlin is predicted to win that region and move on to the state championship and perhaps meet up with Martin. Here they are down in the fourth quarter.
So zeros in Wascom versus New London West Rusk. That's in the first quarter. We're going to get an update on that later. Gunter versus Wichita Falls City View, 27-6. Gunter is up in that one. Idalou is losing to Canadian 28-0 at halftime. Abilene Cooper's beating Crowley 29-6 at halftime. Pleasant Grove 24, Caddo Mills 14, that's at halftime. Lago Vista 18, Industrial 14, that's a halftime score. Abilene is up against Midland 35-7. That second half just kicked off about
the Bulldogs got on the
5 minutes. Yeah, that's right. And the over's looking like it's going to hit. China Springs 17, Sealy 6. Gilmore 22, Sunnyvale 0. Byron Nelson 27, Keller 24. That one's final. That one was on, what day? Yeah, that was earlier today. Haltom, Euless Trinity 56. Haltom 10. Euless Trinity put it on them.
Goodness.
Springtown against Dumas. That was on the day before. Was that? Yeah, that was on Thanksgiving Day. Yep, 24-14. That one's final. Coronado, El Paso, Eastlake won 53-14.
Okay.
And we're going to have a lot more updates coming. Remember, it's only Friday, and it's just early, so we're going to have a lot more games later on tonight. You can check all these out on San Angelo Live /scores, brought to you by Deersky and Deersky, the real estate professionals of Texas.
Matt Trammell, I tell you, this guy, probably one of the hardest working guys in Texas high school football there at the Joe's Ice House live desk.
Oh, I forgot this. Yeah, what the heck? Yeah, Joe's Ice House. The best snacks, drinks, treats, anything you want. The Joe's Ice House desk is the best desk.
Yeah.
They're always hooking it up, no matter what you need. Look, I'm 21. They hooked me up a little extra. But you guys, high school age, hey, they have the best snacks, drinks, eats, whatever you're looking for, Joe's Ice House is definitely a spot, and it's one of the cheapest spots to go in town. So definitely go check them out. They're right here on Beauregard, so go check them out.
Thank you, Matt Trammell, and thank you for the plug there. I'm sure the sponsor would appreciate. Is going to appreciate that one there. All right, Matt Trammell hanging out at the Joe's Ice House live desk.
Can I get one more score update? Oh. It's only been 5 seconds into the second half, but Abilene High already scored 42-7.
Okay, all right.
Over officially hit.
The over is done. All right. So the plug there, Joe, Matt Trammell at the Joe's Ice House live desk / Deersky and Deersky scoreboard desk. Also presented by live streams this afternoon. Presented by Eggemeyer's General Store, the best darn little general store in West Texas. All right. And now that we have some bills paid at that point, let's continue on with the show. So, fellas, we're seeing the Bobcats trailing Midland Lee 21-14 as we head into the second half. Is there anything? I guess we'll start with you, Christian. What are you expecting from the Bobcats? Certainly, as we get ready to open this third quarter.
Hopefully defense comes out with a little bit of a different scheme, not too big because they still held their ground. Maybe onside kick, Blackjack Davis.
Blackjack Davis.
I don't know, a little Sean Payton.
We see Riverboat Ron in Washington, Blackjack Davis.
Yeah,
Bobcats.
I mean, who knows? But no, in all honesty, I just expect defense to play their heart out. Of course.
Okay.
The defense hasn't been playing bad. It's been a shootout, but the reason that it's still a shootout is because of just turnovers. Just like last week, Bobcats are shooting themselves in the foot. So if we can come out here and not make any turnovers, we might be looking at a different ballgame at the end of this.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Dab, we'll ask you, what are you expecting from the Bobcats as they open this third quarter of play?
Well, obviously, like you said, I mean, they were in the red zone / score zone 2 other times. I mean, if they convert on both of those, they have the lead. Thing I am worried about a bit is just like last week, they seemed to slow down on offense, just like defense. They started off really strong. Defense was getting stops. Offense was moving the ball. But as it gets into the second quarter, it seems like Midland Lee, like Permian, was kind of figuring San Angelo out a little bit. So I'm hoping they do some things a little bit different coming out in the second half. I'm sure our coaches will make some adjustments here. I'm just excited to see what they're going to pull out of their bag here.
Yeah. How clutch is Kevin Crane with the second half adjustments? I mean, we always see if you watch a little bit of the Colin Cowherd show, you hear about him always talking about the coaches that make second half adjustments because those are the guys who probably the wealthiest and the most successful. How clutch is Kevin Crane about making second half adjustments?
I think super clutch. Especially from the view box or the sky box he has right now, I think it makes it easier, to scheme against, see what they're lined up in, obviously the front and everything.
So is that a re-kick?
And
so it looks like it was they re-kicked it and, man, just kicked it to their playmaker and he got all the way to the 50-yard line. So the Rebels are going to go ahead and start at midfield here. Not what you wanted. They already kicked it once and it was at the 25, but they had to go ahead and re-kick. I don't know if someone jumped or what. But nonetheless, this guy takes off untouched until about to the 46-yard line.
He has made some plays today.
Yeah.
22. Like a Miss Smith.
So they gave it to them at the 50-yard line. So only 50 yards to go here. Rebels are going to have one person in that flex spot, 2 receivers out left, and running back to the left as well. Quarterback's going to take the snap, hands it off right up the middle on a little power play. He's going to get it, breaking tackles, breaking another tackle, and 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 he gets all the way for about 6. That's going to bring another first down here. Or that was more than 10, wasn't it? Yeah.
Not a great start.
So first, this is just a replay of what first down was. Just right there, get behind the man who's pulling. That was that flex. Make a couple miss and see what happens. So second down here, or second play here, and just overthrows him.
Man, he was open there.
Mikey Serrano had some heat.
So that's going to bring up 2nd and 10 here, but nice pressure by the Bobcats. Not a lot of pressure in the first half, so good to see orange helmets in the backfield.
Yeah, that 1-7, we used to see him doing things on offense. The 1-7 now doing things on defenses.
So second down here, 2nd and 10. Another flex position right there. And another handoff. Makes one miss. And, fumble. That's going to be a Bobcat.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he fumbled
White
it.
jersey on him.
That's right. Then that's that turnover magic that we were looking for. Was Central going to be able to get the turnovers? And look at that. There's the first one. And so they got the stop on the first drive at a bad kickoff.
That is Casey that fell on it. That's just what they needed right there.
Just what they needed. So, you mess up. You got to get the re-kick. They re-kick it, go to 50. First play, they get 15 yards. So, that's bending but not breaking. That's good job there by the Bobcats.
Yeah, great job.
The Cats are truly. I don't think anyone's ever out of the woods or out of a ball game in the little Southwest Conference. Certainly, how this one is shaking out in the third quarter.
So handoff right here, and it's just got blown up in the backfield. There's 8, 9 maroon shirts right there. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 10, maybe 2nd and 11 or 12.
All right, do y'all see more of Malachi Brown, Kevin Crane going to Malachi and what he can do with the running game, or maybe some short intermediate passes in this possession here?
I think I say short intermediate passes just because what we did see from Malachi in the first half running. I think maybe try and catch him off guard with it. But either one, I think, is solid, and I know he'll make the right call.
Sends the running back out to the left and throws it to him. That's going to get maybe 3 or 4 yards out of it. Either way, it's third down and about 6 or 7 right here.
All right, so certainly from y'all's time, Tanner, what works up? What does well with the 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 scenario? What kind of play do you think Kevin Crane's drawing up for that?
They have a lot of different things. 3rd and 6, you're kind of in a weird spot where you're a little too far for like a quick 5-yard hitch or anything like that.
So Malachi's going to have to run for his life, but he does able to get the ball off, and they get the completion, so that's going to be a first down.
Mahomes-esque.
Was that Deshaun Watson out there?
Oh, gosh.
Man. Move, run for your life, run for your life. Oh, hey, there's someone right there. Boom, dump it off. First down, so let's see what they're saying. We got a holding on the Bobcats, so that's actually going to bring it back.
Oh, man.
So it was 3rd and 6, now it's 3rd and 16. So Bobcats shooting themselves in the foot once again, but at the same time, when your quarterback's moving around, there's so many, they start moving around, Holden gets very easy to see down there.
All right, so
here it is, 3rd and long.
Plenty of time.
Throws it deep, and
what a
my
catch.
He caught the football.
Who is that?
That's got to be Jalen.
Yeah, I think that was Jalen.
It's got to be Jalen.
So we'll check it out again right here, and just an hour and a half to throw it, and into double coverage too, and he makes the play, and there's somebody hurt on the field, but it's a rebel.
It's not Jalen.
Excuse me.
Wow, man, that is talk about some hands.
Man.
Because the hit and the punishment is coming soon after.
What a catch.
But Jalen got the first down, so.
Heck yeah. Should have stood up and told him. Put his arm out.
Wow, all right.
So that was a very big play right there.
I mean, that was a really good example of Mouse sitting back there until he finds something open.
Yeah, he stayed poised the whole time.
Instead of running around.
Yeah, because he could have seen, like, I have time. Oh, there's probably 8, 9 yards open. Let me go see what I can do.
Yeah.
And I mean, we've seen him do that before where he may have time, but then it's almost like a draw play. Like, it's all right, I'm just going to take it myself no matter what. So right there, it's very big for him to sit there and just stay steady in that pocket and find that guy down the field.
All right. Well, as the medical group attends to the injured Bobcats, as it looks to be, we will step aside and we will hear a quick word from our sponsor.
For over 70 years, W&W AFCO Steel has fabricated the steel to frame some of the most iconic structures nationwide. From Soldier Field in Chicago to Cal Field, home of the Texas A&M Fighting Aggies and College Station, what begins in San Angelo is impacting America.
All right. In fact, thank you so much for rejoining us, and a special thanks to W&W AFCO Steel. That was a injured Midland Lee player. Hopefully all is well with him as things resume with the Bobcats at the 40-yard line. Big gain that we just saw from Malachi Brown on the completion there. Trammell, take us away.
So another live festy jet sweep right here, and it's got some yardage, right? Oh, it's going about the 20-yard line. That's 15, 25-yard run right there.
Perhaps Jalen is the new version of Tanner Dabbert this season.
A little shorter.
Yeah.
A few more
But
yards.
just give it and go right there, and that's going to bring up 1st and 10. So sends another one in a little short motion just to see if they're moving anywhere. And Malachi finds an open receiver down the field, and it's going to bring up 1st and goal on the 1-yard line.
That was just a little running back wheel right there, and perfect.
Something we didn't see in the first half.
Yeah.
That was perfect call,
Very
though.
much, yeah.
Right there, finds him and just lowers the shoulder and tries to get all the way in the end zone, but just couldn't. But only a yard short. Here we're 1st and goal at the 1-yard line. So just another quarterback run. Nope. Going to be a handoff down the middle, and
The second effort.
I don't know
You
if he's
squeeze
going to
it in
get that.
there?
I think he's going to get a yard, about an inch short. So it's going to be 2nd and goal. Ball still same spot.
Give it to
1-yard
Mal.
line. We'll see what happens. See if Malachi keeps it this time. He doesn't. He hands it right back to him again.
Touchdown. Wait, well,
Well,
it looked like he was in.
We don't have hands up yet.
They're getting that grande
It looks
spot.
like they're going. Yeah, it looks like they're going to get a 3rd down and 1 again.
So close.
Home cooking.
But it didn't look like there was much movement by either side on that line. That line looked pretty.
I mean, we were
steady on both
inside the
sides.
1-yard line here.
So another try right here. Let's see if they can pound it in.
Give it to Mal.
Let's see if Mal keeps it. He's going to keep it, and it's good. Yeah, it looks like they're going to call a touchdown on one side.
Nice.
Yep. We got some hands here.
Ooh, man. Let's see what White Hat says. Yep, they're going to say that's a touchdown. So, touchdown, Bobcats.
All right, so the Bobcats back on the board here in the 3rd quarter.
Here we go. So, what, are we tying it up at 28 or what? Is that what it is?
21.
21.
All right. We're going to check it out every time just to trick them up a little bit, keep them honest. Takes a snap, kick is up. It is tie ball game, 21s.
All knotted up at 21 there as the Bobcats, they use a turnover from the defense. They turn it into points, +7 on that.
That was a perfectly constructed drive right
there. Yeah, if you want to talk, yes, exactly. If you want to talk about constructing drives to a T, there you go. So all knotted up at 21 with about 8.5 left in the 3rd quarter. All right, gentlemen, we've seen Jalen Leifesty. We've seen Tyler Hill. We've seen who other weapons have we seen here?
Well, we saw a wheel to the running back Navarrete, I think. Navarrete.
So, are there any other guys that y'all have in mind that can maybe, if there's an opportunity comes about, if the defense is doubling down on Jalen, perhaps Tyler Hill, is there anyone else that the Bobcats can go to that maybe we haven't seen this afternoon?
I think there's several. Big name I think is Seth Levesque.
We have not heard of Seth Levesque from a while here.
Yeah, so I definitely don't think they should leave him unattended because he can definitely make some plays on the outside.
Yeah, he's been clutch in moments throughout the season. Certainly with his ability. I mean, the kid's got some ups. I mean, we've seen that.
He's a big playmaker.
Yeah, the dude can jump out the gym. I'd love to see what his vertical is. But yeah, so all right. So the Bobcats are now they have knotted this game up at 21 as we continue this game at Grande Communications Stadium in Midland, Texas. Winner between the Bobcats and the Rebels this afternoon claims a share of the Little Southwest Conference title. Depending on who wins, they'll actually share it with Odessa Permian. Nobody likes sharing anything with Permian. In fact, that's like saying a curse word if you ask me. But we'll leave it at that. Trammell, are you seeing anything else that's going on in the live desk area that's piquing your interest there?
Well, Midland Lee just got the football. So we're going to see if they can answer that. Bobcats, oh my gosh, he is. Right here, he breaks it. Oh, we got to get this. We got to check this out. So Lee just scored right here on a huge run. First play right up the middle and just gone. 75 yards to the house. See you later. Whatever it was. I mean, out. I don't even have any more words to describe this. I just hope they replay it. I mean, it was just a simple inside zone play right up the gut for 60-plus yards.
Shamar Davis, that guy that scored, he's probably easily one of the fastest kids on that team.
On that field.
Yeah,
Oh,
you can
yeah,
make
he
the
was-
argument
he-
on the field.
Yeah, he ran. If they were at the 60, he was definitely in about 6 seconds. I'd say that.
Wow. So just like that, how many plays with that, Trammell?
One play.
One play.
Oh, my
Which
gosh.
has got to hurt after the Bobcats just had a long drive.
Yeah. Took like
One
10 seconds off the
play
clock.
touchdown right up the gut.
All right.
And that makes it 28-21. 8 minutes and 17 seconds left in the third quarter.
Oh,
Boys,
well.
boys. Who took the under?
Me and Manny are in the wrong.
Yeah, we are obviously in the wrong in that one there. All right, so the Midland Lee Rebels are officially in the lead once again, 28-21. They're at Grande Communications Stadium. Man, it's I hate to say if it looks bad for the Bobcats or if it looks good. I think we'll know here probably in another quarter or so if somebody gets some separation, to say the least, in that one there. But man, a lot of back and forth. Did y'all expect this back and forth kind of? Did y'all expect a back and forth kind of game here?
I'd say I did, honestly. And honestly, these games are the most fun to watch. I mean, it keeps you on your toes for sure. Keeps your legs shaking. But I mean, hopefully they can just keep going back and forth, or hopefully defense eventually, makes a stop.
All right. Trammell waving us down there at the Joe's Ice House live desk. Trammell, what you got?
Well, I imagine this next play is going to be a touchdown, so I figure we might as well check it out. Right now, the score is 49-7, like we talked about earlier. Every play in this one's just going about 10 yards a pop, and their quarterback just took one for about 25 yards. So they're right here knocking on the doorstep, so let's see what happens. Remember, Abilene is up 49-7 against the Bulldogs in this one. So takes a snap and just hands it off, and he's going to pile all the way down there. Looks like he's going to be down on the 1, though. Looking to score, though, here. Abilene is going to be taking a huge lead in this one going into the playoffs.
Okay. Yeah, a whole lot
It
of...
looks like in the first quarter, or in the third quarter there.
A whole lot of kids from the lean packing it on the Midland High Bulldogs there. Thank you, Matt Trammell from the Trammell Live Desk, presented by Joe's Ice House and Eggemeyer's General Store.
Speaking of Seth Levesque, he just caught like a 6-yard little in route.
Okay.
So looks like they will target him a little
Looking
bit.
to get him involved.
Yeah.
Who's that, 13?
Yeah, 13.
That's Seth Levesque?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
All right, so with that said, let's go back to Grande Communications Stadium and let's check out, this is the Bobcats drive following a Midland Lee touchdown that put the Rebels up 28-21. Trammell, take us away.
All right, so the Bobcats, they're driving right here. So they send one guy in motion, fake the handoff twice, and that's going to be maybe back to the line of scrimmage. I guess 2 yards on it. So going to need about 2 or 3 to get the first down right here. And it would be pretty big right here if Lee got the stop. So Central wants to keep them rolling right here and keep that heavy Midland offense off the field. So Malachi's just going to take it, and he's not going to go anywhere. That's going to bring up fourth down right there.
They got the punt unit going out, it looks like, too.
Oh, man. So, yep, just like that, they tied the ball game up. 1 play touchdown, go out there and can't get anything going. So they're going to have to punt here. Defense is going to have to come back out. Guys, how are y'all feeling?
Smell fake?
Again, Central just has no run game right now.
Yeah, it's tough to kind of maybe fake that play action or do anything with that if we really haven't gotten any leverage.
That's a solid punt, though. Hitting them inside the 5.
So there's the punt right there. And Christian's telling the future. As it goes right there into the about a 3-yard line, 4-yard line. So great position, but running back took it last one on 1 play inside zone.
Gabaldon,
so you're gonna have to
taking care of us there.
You're gonna have to show up for the Bobcat defense right here.
Yeah. So last drive it was a 1-play, 75-yard touchdown from Shamar Davis from the Lee Rebels. Man, if the Bobcats needed a defensive stop more than any time in this game, I think it's right now because the momentum can quickly shift in Lee's favor. and it can go really south in a quick, fast, and in a hurry if they don't get something going on defense here. Trammell, so what do we see here?
Empty set here for the Rebels. There's no running back there. Interesting. That means they're going to throw it. Quick pass here, though, and makes one miss, but that's going to be go ahead and get them a first down.
That looked like
guys, defensively, if you have them backed up right there, don't you kind of want to press a little bit? Or
definitely.
I think the problem is they came out and empty.
So here's another empty set right here, and it's just the same thing. If they're going to give us space, we're going to work them, and that's what they're doing. This Central defense is they're playing off by 6 or 7 yards, giving them space for that quick little throw, and these guys are like, you know what, we're athletes. We're going to let our athletes play.
Are they playing man, or is this more of a zone type of defense at this point?
It looks like a soft zone, but I could be wrong. Another empty set right here, and they're just going to do it again. Just keep throwing it short. Okay, little quarterback draw. That's going to be about 7 right there.
Dragon Ashton's not an easy thing to do.
So they're driving this ball. They're moving. Remember, 3 plays ago they were standing in their yard, in their own end zone. Now they're at the 50-yard line.
My goodness, dude. They are just...
So a handoff right here to their running back. It's not going to go anywhere, maybe a yard. So 40-yard line, and they're hurrying up. So we have trips to the left, running back on the right. Takes a snap. Oh, that's just a replay of the last one. Sorry, excuse me. So it's going to bring up second down right here. Another, oh, no, the running back's in on the left of him. Hands off to him. The run's to the left, and he's got a lot of space.
Oh, man.
Oh, fumble, but it was picked up by the Rebels. Man. Coughed it up, bounced a little bit, picked up by the Rebels, and actually gained about 3 or 4 more yards off that one.
If the Bobcats needed to catch a break, it was on that play.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that ball, you know, he got 3 or 4 more yards out of it after he picked it up. So Rebels keep on moving it right here. Empty set. They've shown this set 3 or 4 times already this drive. Takes a snap. And it looks like he's going to run this one, but, makes one miss.
A little circle button.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Hit the circle button, a little spin move right there on him.
He's having a hard time tackling right now.
So here's another look at that last one. Whoop, there's the spin move. But, you know, the backside, they're right there. Nonetheless, here he is again. He's going to keep it again and breaks out for about 5 more. That's going to bring up first down. I mean, they're driving this every single is 5-6 yards a pop, 5-6 yards a pop.
Yeah, Mikey Serrano just kind of on a roll here.
Here's another look at that one. So, like I said, 5-6 yard a pop right there. Boom, first down. Here's this next one, a little screen route out here. Got a lot of big boys in front of him. Getting wrapped up behind, but not being tackled down until about 5 or 6 yards after that.
It looked like Ashton Hartsfield on that one.
Yeah, this dude, Ashton's certainly doing some work here. But
so we can watch it again. He wraps him up at the 15, but he doesn't get him down until the 5-yard line. He drags him 10 yards before he can bring him down. So that's going to bring up a 1st and goal right here for the Rebels. Takes a snap and throws it right on corner. That's going to bring touchdown for the Rebels.
On the money.
Right on the money. So with that, is that extending or is that making the lead?
That's
extending. No, that extends it.
That extends it right there. 28, 35?
35, 21, yeah. They're down by 14, 2 scores.
I know those are the other guys, but, man, you got to appreciate that ball that was thrown in the corner of the end zone there.
That whole drive, really.
Yeah.
That was surgical there.
Well,
95 yards with no hiccup.
Yeah, every single play was about 5 or 6 yards. Just constantly just moving it.
Took some time off, too, there.
Yep, picked off the defense, and that's going to bring up a big deficit right here for the Bobcats. 35-21, 3:51 left in the 3rd quarter.
I mean, this just looks exactly like last week, to be honest.
Wow, so as Trammell kind of, gives us the bad news a little bit, so to speak. 35-21, Midland Lee extends their lead on the Central Bobcats. Fellas, momentum, I know a heck of a lot of it just got thrown in the Midland Lee camp there. Do you feel that the Bobcats have an opportunity or at least have a chance to recoup some of that momentum, if not get back into this one here?
I'll let you take it.
Yeah, they 100% have a chance here, but this this drive coming up right here is going to be a big one that tells what the team's made of. They obviously scored the first drive. They got the ball coming out of the half, so they've obviously shown they can do it. It's just a matter of executing here, because if you don't, deficit grows even wider and almost becomes insurmountable after that.
The time gets, taken off too.
Right. So at this point, is it almost where they become one-dimensional at this point, or do we see them still continue to, mix it in with the run game and things of that nature?
I mean, you'd like to mix it in with the run game, but the problem is it's not effective at all. We saw last drive, they were in a 2nd and 4 situation, ran the ball twice, only gained about 2 yards. I mean, if you're not getting first downs on the ground, you can't run the ball. But like we saw last week, as soon as Central went down 2 scores, Permian knew they were going to throw the ball and just backed off, and at that point the game was almost over. So I think this drive's going to tell us a lot about how the rest of the game's going to go.
Yeah. You can definitely tell Midland Lee's onto that QB draw too,
yeah.
and QB sweep, because
that's really the only run game we've been able to have with success lately.
Right, exactly. Right. Yeah, so it's Malachi Brown will certainly have to step up if the Bobcats, to have any chance of coming back into this one here. So we'll go back to Grande Communications Stadium as the Bobcats gain possession of the football following the kickoff. Trammell will take us away here.
All right, so Malachi Brown hands the ball off right here, and looks like a little run there.
We're sticking to the run game.
Yeah, go ahead and get 5 yards right there. Guys, think about this. They go score right here, and that 14 deficit never even looks like it happens, okay?
Yeah, 100%.
The one thing they have to do, though, is score. If they don't score, then that 14 looks like it's really going to stick. So you can't think, we need to just go ahead and start throwing deep, every play, because that's not how this Bobcats built up. This Bobcat team is built. This Bobcat's built like this, little screen plays here, little run plays here, and then right when we got them biting, we can unleash it on them. So I think we'll maybe see that a little bit on this drive.
You got to appreciate that little RPO play there, the run pass option from Malachi Brown. Looked like he was going to run. He's getting the edge there, then dumped it off to Jalen Leifus.
So huge play right here. It's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Be interested to see what they do here. Got Jalen in the backfield again.
So they have 2 running backs in the back right there, and they're going to have 2 receivers on their right side. So, we're going to switch it up a little bit. So watch Leifesty here, number 6, coming from his left there. Malachi's going to keep it, and he's just going to barrel his way for a first down. And, man, that's a nice little option play right there. That's basically a triple option right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's their version of it. Talks about how he can bulldoze defenders. Yeah. He showed it right there.
Yeah, he pulled up, showing that he was actually going to throw the football, then decided at the last second, hey, no.
So they're hurrying it up right here.
Let's do some other things.
And going to take it. Looks like this one's just going to be a pass all the way, and finds a receiver right there.
That's Trip Noble.
Yep.
Noble.
Yep, was able to complete the catch there.
Really good first down play for the Bobcats.
Perhaps another Jim that we could see that's one of these unsung heroes here.
Maybe.
I mean, the Bobcats are full of them. That receiving core is very deep.
So we got 1 receiver up top, everyone else on the bottom. Pass all the way, and just off his hands.
Dang it, Trip.
Went right back at
Just talking sweet about you, Trip.
Right on cue.
And just came, he was the only receiver at the top, and then just came on like a drag route right underneath.
With room to spare.
Yeah, he's going some places for at least a while. All right, so what down is this now?
This will bring up 3rd down right here. So they got the first. Well, this will bring up 3rd down right here, but short though, 3rd and short. He's going to take it and just, a little. Oh, pick 6! That's going to be a pick 6, and that's probably going to end up, making this lead a big one right there.
Oh, boy.
So pick 6 by Malachi. They knew that they were going to throw it short. He tried to throw an out route, on a single receiver side. That's just something you'll never be able to get away with. Because if they ever jump that, there's no one there to go catch him. And that's going to be 42-21, guys.
Yikes. Man. That momentum just got extended quick, fast, and in a hurry Man, look at that. There was just no. I mean, there was nobody back. I mean, it's obviously, I mean, it threw it in an area of the field that you don't have a whole lot.
Had a single receiver up at the top and just tried to run a quick out, and once it's jumped,
yikes!
There's no shot.
Traps, yep.
no.
All right, so following the extra point, let's see what this makes it here.
Yep, 42-21.
Wow.
So blowout. 2 minutes left in the third quarter, and remember, this was a 14-21 ball game at halftime.
Man, so
hey, and just a line update. Overhit just now.
I had it.
65. There it was. Yeah.
Finished early.
Oh wait, no, we're close though. We're down by.
We're definitely
I can't
gonna
do count. I can't count. It's 42-21, so that's 61.
yeah,
63.
so not
close. We got to get to 65, so not there yet.
Nobody wants to win that one.
No.
If it was on the other shoe, maybe, but yeah. All right, thank you, Matt Trammell. 42-21, the Central Bobcats are now trailing Midland Lee at Grande Communication Stadium there in the Permian Basin. We're in the closing moments of the third quarter. Looks to be, less than 2 minutes to go, something like that?
2:10 left in the third.
2:10 left, so, yeah, I mean, unless the Angry Orange can come away with just some crazy momentum and, you know, some amazing plays to rejuvenate life into them, I don't know, fellas. I mean, this looks like this could be well out of hand at this point here.
Yeah, it's looking like Tanner said, like, you know, just a reenactment of last week as of right now.
Yeah, a hot start with a long cool-off period.
Yeah.
Well, I guess so. If this does continue, and we're hoping that it does not, but I mean, let's be real about it.
They would still be the number 1 seed going to Region 2, right?
Yeah.
That's yes.
They'd still have a home playoff game, I believe.
They
right?
would. They would. So they would get an El Paso team. Now you have to start looking at the enrollments of these and who's going to go Division I, who's going to stay Division II at that. But I mean, you got to wonder. I mean, do the Bobcats necessarily have what it takes to at least get that first round because of how they've just kind of just come off the tracks in the last 2 games of the season with that. So
You got to wonder.
Certainly, I mean, I don't know. I mean, the case becomes harder to make even if they do get past that first one, because you're going to run into somebody that's probably a little bit more established team in the DFW area. So, man, it's no telling what's going to happen with the Bobcats here. Unless they can find a way to rejuvenate themselves following this one here. But man, 42-21, that's tough. That's tough to come back from.
Yeah, absolutely.
We saw it last week against Permian. Once Mojo started getting that momentum and starting, putting the hammer to the nail, man, that was tough.
We saw it yesterday, Manny. I don't want to see it again.
Why you gotta?
Man, I'm just saying what I see.
He said what he said.
It's tough being a Central Longhorns Cowboys fan over here, man.
Yeah, it's very tough, very tough. So. We'll keep you updated as that one continues to progress. That one is in the closing moments of the third quarter, but just we're a little bit past the 4 o'clock hour now here on San Angelo on live COVER1 here on www.sanangelolive.com. Hey, kickoff right now between the Christoval Cougars and the Snook Blue Jays.
Score up, dude.
Yeah, and it appears Trammell has got a little something for us.
Yeah, so it's 4:06 right now. The Christoval game was supposed to kick off at 4 o'clock, and it's already 8-0 Christoval.
What?
So 6 minutes in.
What?
6 minutes in, we got a Christoval lead already.
Trammell!
The Concho Valley boys, the last one standing, so we got to root them out for them.
Yeah. All right, so I'm sure James Bellini will be serving us with the highlight of that one.
What if I told you I had a highlight for you?
Get out. Has Christmas come early?
I have the touchdown.
Trammell Claus at this point.
Give me a second. Let me pick it out real quick.
All right, so this
here it is. 10 minutes, 5 seconds, and so we got 2 minutes into the first quarter here. We'll check it out. Here it is, Christoval, the Cougs right there. Man, look at that. Those red and white jerseys looking snazzy.
I love it. The
All
kids
right,
from
Braden
the south in the
Wilcox.
Concho Valley.
Braden Wilcox back there. He's balling. He's been balling all year. We're on a jet sweep. Psych, I'm going to keep this one, make one guy look funny, and just walk into the end zone. They are leading this one, like I said, 8-0.
What a shot by Bellini, too.
Trammell,
the man Bellini out here, man.
Yeah, Braden Wilcox, keep it going. We'll keep it on. We'll keep the hits going here, Trammell.
Yeah, look at this. Look. Oh, see you later. Make a little move on him. He almost fell too, and that would have just made it.
Weston McAllister just get in front of this.
If he saw me come in, I'll dodge him too. That is an animal right there.
Nopers.
Yeah, and he's got that neck roll right there, meaning he means business.
Yeah. The old cowboy collar.
Yeah. But he made some contact too, and that kid did not want no smoke.
No smoke from that one. All right, so Trammell bringing us a little bit of holiday cheer here.
Yeah, gotta love it. James Bellini killing it out there. Drove all the way out there on Black Friday just for this, so thanks for that, James.
Yeah, Trammell or Bellini said, "Hey, to heck with the Black Friday sales and all the madness with that. Let's go get some Christoval football." So yeah, the Cougs lead 8-0 on the Snook Blue Jays. So there's a good. So all right, so if this. I know it's probably too early to tell.
Very early.
Way too early to call.
You're getting excited over there.
I know.
All right.
Saw one highlight going crazy.
I know.
Like a kid on Christmas morning.
So the other game to watch in that region, which if they do hold on, and we'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. So I believe it is Falls City.
Ooh, D'Hanis.
D'Hanis and Falls City. And that one,
those boys up there are ballers, man.
Yeah, that one is going on at 7 o'clock tonight in Jourdanton, Texas. So all eyes are on the kids from Christoval. All eyes will be on D'Hanis, Falls City coming up tonight. So man, a big game. In fact, Trammell, give me your line. What you thought about this Christoval game here?
All right, Christoval. I have them winning. See, I just didn't really know much about Snook, so I just had him by 3. I had him winning by 3. But we saw they're going to be able to score this ball, and 45.
45.
Over under 45. Because that's just an easy football number right there.
All right. So, 3 points in favor of the Cougars. You liked in that one there.
Yeah. So, Contra Valley. Hopefully, we can hang on one more round.
All
Keep going.
So, obviously, I'd like to kind of jump in and intervene in this one here. I will take the points with Christoval in that one, and I'll also take the over, because I believe that they'll score more. There will be more than 45 points.
They scored 7 in 2 minutes.
Another highlight, if you
what?
Oh, my goodness, Trammell.
He didn't say it was for Christoval.
I got a good feeling.
I don't know.
Hey, Trammell, what are you trying to do to me here?
Let's see.
Let's see. All right. So
James Bellini, he's on the scene. Joe's Ice House live desk. Here it is. Christoval. Cougs got the ball back. Oh, make them jump, but who cares?
Free ball.
Yep, and that's going to be a Moss and a touchdown.
We'll take it.
That's right. So we want to watch that one more time. Look at this.
Yes, sir.
The ball is, how it is, but that's just a heck of a catch.
It's a little quack, little duck in the air.
Yeah, dude, it may be duck season, but guess what? He's catching them right there. And that's going to bring the lead 14-0 Christoval Cougs.
Man, Bellini staying busy there in Badland Billy Stadium.
Hopefully he didn't drive all that way just to see him win by 50. Jeez, it's
I know.
Hey,
we don't want to see a win by 50 from the Christoval Cougars. Said nobody today. So what does that make it? 16-0?
I believe that's 14-0 right there.
14-0.
Yeah, so I guess they may not have gotten that extra point.
Okay, so I took the over on this. What did we say?
45.
Okay.
So
hey, we gotta go here fast. We gotta go here fast.
Central game.
Here we are, Central. That's right. Malachi Brown. He shoots. Oh, he does not score. But look at that. They're right there knocking on. They're not giving up. They're not quitting. So, hey, neither will we in these highlights. But down by big here.
Pad the stats.
Yeah, pad the stats. Hit the over. That's what we want.
Hit the over.
Yeah, we don't need a bad beat here.
We got a timeout for the Bobcats.
All right. So that's we'll come back to the desk here. Man, there's been a ton of excitement. If you're a Central Bobcat fan, I'm so sorry. Man, that's just gotten out of
hand fast.
It's hard to match your energy right now, Manny, with how they're playing.
Mal's not listening to you right now, though. He's just driving down.
Yeah, but on the other hand, so we have Central over here, but then on the other hand, we have a little C-Town, Christoval Cougars.
Braden Wilcox is going off right now.
Oh, man. Braden Wilcox, that dude, he is something else.
3-year starter?
Yeah. Well, no, 4-year starter.
4-year starter. He's a senior this year, right?
Yes. He's been at the helm since he was a freshman.
Yeah. I remember watching him as a sophomore. He won in the district championship. First time in Christoval in forever.
Yep.
3 years ago against El Dorado.
Yeah, it's been fun to watch him. I don't know who takes the reins from him when he leaves this season.
Supposed to know these things, Manny.
So we'll have to hope
it's
for.
It's up in the air at this point.
What we'll have to hope for is that he can go win something super big, so that way, if he leaves and doesn't have anybody big, they can get as far as they can this year.
Yeah, well, they're doing some big things there. We'll see what we got there. And in fact, we will go back to Midland's Grande Communications Stadium. Trammell's waving us down.
Here we go. Central has the ball. They're on the 6-yard line, knocking on the goal. Malachi going to keep it, and not going to be enough, but that's going to be on the 1-yard line. They've been running that quarterback sweep, and it's been working, but as of late, we've been seeing that it hasn't been working as much. So, guys, do you stick with it here on 4th down and try to barrel yourself in, or do you think you trust in his arm?
I'm trusting his legs. Yeah. Mal near the goal line is very good.
All right, so we'll see if you're right. They got a bunch set right here, so we know they're probably going to go on the ground. Lifesty's right there just hiding. There it is, quarterback sweep, and that's going to be a touchdown.
Good.
So even though this lead might be really out of there, gets a little closer right here, as it's going to make it 42-28.
Alrighty.
Need a quick stop now.
Yep. Quick stop, onside kick.
I was going to say onside kick.
No, it's not even the 4th quarter yet. There's still plenty of time in this
It's not the 4th yet?
End of the 3rd.
Plenty of time.
Yeah, we just had a lot of action in the first about 2 minutes of this second half.
42-28?
Yep, that'll make it. Yep, 42.
Just a 2-score game now.
Well, yeah, 28.
Oh, the extra points.
No good.
Well,
it's good.
Oh, okay. So 28, 42-28.
All right, so the Bobcats, well, not going quietly into the West Texas night. They are, they're down.
Just 14.
They're down 2 scores with a little less than 10 minutes to go in this one there. But man, oh man, if you're a Christoval fan, you're gonna love this. Trammell, hey, why not play the hits here? We'll show the last touchdown. Christoval is up 16-0. Trammell, is that what we last saw there?
Yeah, no. 14 to
14.
nothing.
They didn't get the 2.
14-0.
You're trying to give them every little
hey, man.
point you can there, man.
We only get these kind of teams down in Christoval once every so often. So they're not like Central where they're coming out of the woodwork all the time. But yeah, so here's the last Christoval touchdown. Little free play. Braden Wilcox says, "Hey, just run to the goal line, and I gotcha." Touchdown, Christoval. My man.
Woo!
What a toss.
Man, so we're seeing these Contra Valley teams whip up on this South Texas teams. This might be a good move for Christoval. They might be doing this for a while.
Yeah. This could be, and of course they have one more year left in this realignment period. So there we are, the Christoval Cougars leading 14-0 against the Snook Blue Jays. If you're just joining us here on Live COVER1, man, one loss. Look at that. That's a beauty of a ball.
Go get you one.
Yeah, get you a touchdown and get you ready for a chicken fry after the game, as they would say down in Christoval. All right, so Trammell, let's see. What are we working with here? We had, so we did say 45 on the over-under with Christoval. so far. Christian, do you like the over/under at 45?
Yeah, I think that's a solid number for right now. You took the over, though, so I guess I'm under.
Yeah, the over on that seems very...
Seems like Christoval might be scoring 45 themselves.
Yeah, exactly. Might as well score 45 themselves. All right, so it looks like the Lee Rebels do have the football again. Let's see if Central can actually get a stop here.
Just a handoff right here. It's going to go right up the middle and making a couple of them miss. I'm not sure if that's going to bring up the first down, but that was definitely a huge run right there. So next play here, he takes it. Quarterback keeper. He's going to get a first down on that one. That one was third down right there.
More of the same.
So here's just a replay of what we just saw. Just went and got the first down on that quarterback keeper right there.
Man, they are just, I mean, who needs to throw the football if you're the Lee Rebels at this point? If
Next
you can
play.
have so much success running the football.
And just like that, Manny, next play, empty set, throws the football.
Of course they do, but yeah.
Still pick it up.
I mean, you're still getting 7-8 yards at a time here, so.
Parental discretion on this one. Homie almost lost his pants there. Oh! Little moonshine. All right, that's going to be a first down for the Rebels on that one. Next play, it's not going to go anywhere. It's going to be 2nd and 1. Looks like they threw the ball on that one, maybe a little short screen play.
All right, so gents, if the Rebels do happen to get themselves in the end zone and this drive, are we almost to the point where
we're definitely to that point?
Are we calling it?
Yeah, I think so, man. Unfortunately.
Wait, calling the game?
Yeah.
I wouldn't go that far, but it's definitely not.
Are you leaning more of the percentage that's going?
Well, that's going to go ahead and increase this lead. That man right there has been a beast all year. Probably going to be MVP of the district. We don't know yet, but man, he has just been an athlete all game here, all season long, and just completely has put this one out of reach, as this one's going to be
49.
49, yeah, sorry.
49, 28?
49-28. I should have waited 10 more seconds to speak.
Yeah, Kylan Young just kind of going off on the Bobcats this afternoon. He did have a fumble, which the Bobcats were able to kind of take advantage of. But
he also had
I think he's made up
touchdowns?
for it.
Yeah, he has certainly.
Was that 4 for him?
4 touchdowns for him?
That feels right.
3 or 4, yeah.
Yeah, all right. So let's see. Trammell, we'll go back to you.
Right. Joe's Ice House Live Desk. Also brought to you by WWF Go Still. I don't even care. Those guys are great too over there. They're building stadiums, Kyle Field, the Soldier Field down Bear Stadium. They're not making, the Texans Stadium or nothing, but it'll be all right. No, so big things happening all across the state. Abilene, they're done. They made the playoffs. They beat Odessa. They beat Midland today by 1 million. We showed you wrap-ups that whole game, but that game is actually officially ended. And I want to say, let's see if I can find the actual score here. Abilene was, 56-7. 56-7. So the Eagles are going to the playoffs for the first time in a while.
First time since 2016, I believe.
So 2016, there you go. All right. So the Rebels are looking to kick the ball off again.
Done that a lot.
Yeah, yeah, they have. They've kicked off quite a few times here. Will the Bobcats be able to maybe take this one back? They've had a lot of practice all day. So here we go. And he brings it to about the 18-yard line, opposite of what I said, of course. This has just been an opposite of what we said all game. The Rebels have just came in and have just put it on the Bobcats like they have not seen yet this year. Well, maybe not yet this year because they had some pretty hard teams early, but they are really showing them what's up.
All right, so a whole lot of Midland Lee this Black Friday as the Rebels now increase their lead 49-28 over the Central Bobcats. Trammell, how much time do we have left in this one here?
I'm not sure. They flipped quarters yet? I know it's either the start of the fourth or the end of the third right here.
It's
that
the
was
fourth.
less
It's the
than
fourth,
10
right?
minutes last time. So
Oh, okay.
so
yeah.
there's still a lot of ball game to be played. I'm not sure if that's necessarily a good thing. Let's go back to that. And as you'll see on the replay here, if they do get to that, it was not too good for Malachi Brown. Brought down. It's just been one of those days for the Bobcats. And, you know, I'm going to remain optimistic. I think that they can get out of this first round. The second round may be a bit of a stretch.
Depends on the matchup,
Depends
too.
on the matchup, yeah. But, man, I tell you, a lot of these DFW teams, they're going to look a lot like this Midland Lee team. Stout on both sides of the football and with quarterbacks that are dual threats. So it's either, no matter how you want to look at it, I mean, they're going to look like that. So
hopefully they can get Kyson Snelson back. I'm sure they missed him.
Kyson Snelson. Yeah, you guys were sharing with me that he suffered an injury. Christian, tell me a little bit more about him and certainly how effective he is and what he brings to the Central defense.
He brings a lot of speed. He's probably one of the faster ones on that defense, and just some tenacity. As he's a safety, so definitely a big help for that defense, and especially against teams like Midland Lee.
Yeah.
He's also one of the leaders on that side of the ball, so I'm sure it's very different to play without him for those guys out there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gotta be hurting right now without him.
Especially being one of the guys who, you give up a long touchdown like that. It's kind of one of the moments where you look towards your leaders, especially on defense. I know him, Bryson McNutt, Dobbins. Those are kind of the guys they look to. So, in the secondary.
At that safety position right there, when you have those, which last year Tanner, they throw you back there a little bit. When you're that safety position back there, a lot of those times when you have something where those front seven, they miss whatever their assignment is, and they get those long breakout, just inside zone plays, or those little inside run plays that break out for 90 yards. When that safety who's usually coming up making those plays is no longer there, and they have somebody, I'm not saying this is like them, but somebody who's not going to run up and make a play at the 10-yard line in front of you.
He's definitely a problem solver over
there.
So
that definitely helps, and that may have hurt him today, but they played a lot of these DFW teams early. They played a lot of those, like Shoemaker early, A&M Consolidated early, where they played some good teams. So, I mean, at some point you say, well, is this what they are, are they still learning? And hopefully they can still be learning through all this.
No, 100%. I think, obviously, these last two games, I think have been a different level of opponent, and we're seeing some maybe flaws that we didn't see earlier in the district season come to foot, but also I think it's coming to the attention of the coaching staff, and there's going to be a lot of film against these good teams that they're going to be able to look at and get ready for the playoffs.
Yeah, well, certainly, I mean, the Bobcats do have a date with the postseason. They have clinched a playoff spot, so that, I mean, we know that they're heading in that direction. At this point, it just kind of boils down to who they'll actually draw in the opening round. It looks like that they will still get an opening round playoff game here in San Angelo, so that's good to know. As we move forward, we'll get one last chance. It'll be only their fourth home game this entire season, which is, I mean, the COVID has just turned this season upside down, shaking it a few times, and said, "Here, I'll give you whatever I got." So, all right, so. I guess we can't call it quits on the Bobcats just yet. I mean, there's still time left, but it's not looking good for them.
So they have 2 losses. How many does Abilene High not just have 2 losses?
Would they get the tiebreaker?
Mojo against Midland Lee and Central.
They beat Mojo. High. They beat Abilene High. Do they get? Or I don't know how the tiebreaker works.
Because if they both have 2 losses.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I don't know how the
I don't know if Abilene's lost to anybody else. They beat Friendship. They beat all the sorry teams in there.
Lost to
Central. Lost to
Midland.
Lee.
Same as Central.
Beat Mojo.
So if there was icing on the cake to put on for the Midland Lee Rebels, well, here you go.
There it is.
And touchdown.
Okay. Guys, y'all are sad. I can feel it.
Yikes.
I feel it. Can I boost some spirits?
Yes, I do like where you're going with this, Trammell,
Manny,
please.
Manny, I can boost your spirits. Just get you on the screen for a second. Now I will do that.
It's like the old Super Mario Brothers. It's like it's the burst of that.
Throw some mushroom.
Yeah, so it appears now that Midland Lee will increase their lead by, 3 touchdowns?
Yes.
So this one appears to just be officially kind of just, the flag will be waved at that point. But Trammell, what are you looking at here that might...
Manny, who we have said that's been balling all day long?
Braden Wilcox for 500, Trammell.
Well, let's go ahead and see what happens. Rolls out to the right. Oh, just kidding. Let's just skip back, go left, and y'all can touch me all you want, but you ain't going to tackle me. Braden Wilcox doing big things out here, making huge plays, 20-0, as they're running the tables.
Oh, my goodness. Wow. Number 7 did not want any of that. In fact, that's the second time.
Yeah, he knows. After that first one, he almost fell. He knows number 7 doesn't want it.
No smoke wanted from number 7 today or any of these Snook Blue Jays. Man, 20-0. The Christoval Cougars lead the Snook Blue Jays. They are making history this season. First time ever making the third round of the playoffs in the 11-man era. Of course, if you know Texas high school football and the Christoval Cougars, you know them so much of what they've done playing 6-man football. That goes back to the 80s. In fact, the Jack Pardee days of the 60s. Jack Pardee, of course, a Texas A&M Fighting Aggie, and then would go on to play in the NFL, be a coach of the Houston Oilers. In fact, Jack Pardee, that's Jack Pardee Memorial Stadium there. So, yeah. Keeping it
Sounds like a party to me.
Yeah, yeah. 20-0. Loving that. All right. Okay. Dabbert, I know this is your first time on the show this year. Mm-hmm. It appears it's not the greatest.
Not the welcoming I would have
wanted.
Yeah.
Because of what's going on down at Grande. Do you have some hope that the Bobcats can, reel it back in and get something going as they head into the postseason?
100%. Obviously, this isn't how they wanted to end their regular season. I know they were excited, especially after 4 games. You think just got to win 1 for a district title and to not accomplish that feat. Knowing you're playing the 2 real tough tests in the district, it's obviously disheartening. But knowing I don't know, it's in question now, but we think they have a home playoff game, and with the coaching staff that's in place, I know they're going to be able to get them right and playing at the form that they were earlier in the district season. And we have seen them play good against tough teams. They played really well in the first half against Permian. They started off hot again against Midland Lee. They have shown they can do it. They also played that really tough 5A team.
A&M Consolidated.
A&M Consolidated, and they went toe-to-toe with them. And that is maybe not the 6A kids, but that's as good as it gets in 5A. Yeah. And for them, after those 2 games where they got beat up against non-conference or non-district opponents, to then show up against a good team like that, I have total faith in them that they can do it. I know they're going to be excited to have a home playoff game. We haven't had that in a few years at Central. I'm not worried at all about them falling apart as a team or not being able to show up and play at the form. I'm very confident in the coaches and the system in place over there.
Yeah, well, that is a good way to look at it. Mm-hmm. Christian, do you have some of the same thoughts? Do you feel like that they still have a chance?
Yeah, Tanner made some great points. I definitely agree. I think they have a great shot here at home if they do get that home playoff game. It's just the second round that's going to be tough for them. And but we've obviously, like you said, we've seen them play a top 5A team and stack up well. So I also have faith in them for sure.
I mean, that second, third round has always been the trouble for Central. So we'll see who they match up with. Obviously, got to get past the first round, but I have total faith in them not letting this affect them and affect them as a team.
Yeah. All right. Well,
obviously we're Central boys, so what does our opinion count towards this?
You got the glasses on.
Manny, bro, you don't know what just happened.
Well, I do know what's happening, Trammell. Now you may want to look at that text message.
Christoval, they're doing it to him. Pick 6. By who? Braden Wilcox.
Oh my
God! This man is doing everything. They're up 28-0 now.
What a
Dude.
performance.
Yeah.
Is this even a game?
He's
Is this
a one-man wrecking crew.
Are they
Trammell.
playing a JV team? What is going on? Is this the third round of the playoffs?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Somebody, please ask.
Somebody
the Snook
come
Blue
get
Jays
this man,
to-
Braden Wilcox, before he just breaks all the records today. I'm telling y'all.
Yeah, so we'll come. Yeah, Trammell is enlightening us here. So Braden Wilcox, he's rushed for 2 touchdowns. He's thrown for a touchdown. Now he's intercepted a pass and taking it back for a defensive touchdown to make it 4 total touchdowns for Braden Wilcox.
It's only this first quarter? First quarter?
First quarter, early second quarter.
Yeah.
Has it been long?
It only started at 4 o'clock. It's 4:32.
My goodness.
Took him 30 minutes to score 4 touchdowns.
We're officially, we are past the halfway point of the over/under.
Yeah, just like that.
So,
Braden Wilcox
like
is
I
got
said,
some
I didn't
absolutely
know
unreal.
anything about Snook, and Snook's only played like so many games this year, so I kind of blew that one, guys.
Kind of blue jaded.
Kind of blew it.
He blue jaded.
He blue jaded. All right, Trammell keeping us updated on there. I'm sure we will get a highlight from James Bellini that will pretty much tell us everything that we want to know about Braden Wilcox.
Oh no, they just ended the first quarter, so it is the beginning of the second quarter.
Yes, Snook's saying
28-0.
Thank God that this is finally over.
Is this a 6-man? Can we quit at halftime?
Yeah.
When does the 45 come into play?
Yeah.
What's the 11-man mercy rule?
All right, so let's see. I know we do have one more guest coming in here probably in the next 10 or so minutes. I know the Bobcats that they are, man, it's not looking good for them. They're down 3 touchdowns. So I mean, it's kind of, I guess you can call that one officially the turkey is done when it comes to the Bobcats in their Black Friday showdown against Midland Lee. They will still look to get into the postseason. They're officially in the playoffs, so we'll look forward to that one there. Let's see. Dabbert, how much do you miss being on the football field?
I miss it, obviously. I mean, I miss the people more than anything. I had the choice to play football in some small areas, but I think the biggest thing people don't realize, it's not just the football, it's your friends since 6th grade that you grow up with, committing one thing to. It's kind of like a passion project, really, with your best friends, where you actually get to pick your partners. Really, I don't know, obviously I miss it. I want to coach when I'm older. I don't miss playing that much, it's a toll on your body. I'm getting older. I know I'm only 18.
Yeah,
but
yeah, I mean, you've been playing football since.
It's a physical game. I've been playing since I was 7. I'll always miss playing it. I'm sure in 5 years, if you check on me, I'll miss it even more. But I'm happy. I'm looking for things after football. There's life after football for everyone.
Absolutely.
So, I'll look fondly on it, but not living in the past.
We want Uncle Rico here.
Yeah, I'm not waiting for a call up or anything.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you're at the University of Texas in San Antonio. Tell us a little bit about what you're studying and maybe what your plans are in the near future for you.
Right now, I'm looking for somewhere in math major. I'm finishing my calculus class right now, which has been tough. I'm unfortunately all online, as I'm sure most people could predict with Corona and everything. So that's been tough. Online classes are a bit different. Right now I'm looking to get a future job on the UTSA football team in a student role or anything. Like I said, I want to coach in the future, so that would kind of be my first step.
Okay.
Work my way to a graduate assistant role and just keep moving forward from there. So, yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to doing.
Tanner Dabbert, of course, you were an all-state player last year?
Honorable mention, yeah.
Honorable mention, but you were the district MVP last year, the district 2-6A? 3-6A MVP. Man, that's tough. I mean, because you were in probably, when you look at it, Central's always accustomed to being in the Little Southwest Conference. But last year, y'all are in the DFW district there. But man, that's no matter how you shake it there, that's awesome. We asked you if you like Central's chances moving forward. Who who do you think is be kind of the? Do you think Jalen Leifesty? Do you think he's going to kind of be the focal point heading into the postseason as we kind of near that mark for the Bobcats?
Yeah, I'm sure he's Mal's number one target, and obviously Coach Crane's first player when he thinks of getting the ball in someone's hands. But I think it's pretty obvious that team runs through Mal. You know, that team's going well. It's because of Mal. If that team slowing down on offense, it's because we're not getting Mal in the right opportunity. So whatever they can do to make Mal in the best situation is what's going to be best for that team. I think it's pretty obvious week in and week out. That's how it goes.
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, Tanner, it's been fun. It's been real. Unfortunately, the Bobcats, we could not get a Bobcat win today on your first appearance on Live COVER1. But, man, it's fun chatting with you.
Yes,
I know the time we spent with you down in Killeen for the season opener. Man, your mind is football.
Yeah, so I know I say I don't miss football, but I think about it all the time.
Your mind is football. So I mean, I have no doubt that you'll be somewhere in some football capacity the next time we look up and see your name somewhere. So it's been fun. Yeah, you're always welcome to come along on the show whenever you like.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And hopefully we're talking a Bobcat win the next
hopefully,
time.
yeah.
Next time we speak your name. So. Before we let Matt Trammell, what do you have? Do you have an update from the Christoval game here?
Yeah, Manny. Manny, if you would have been watching this, you would be getting nervous. You see these Blue Jays, they're looking to score right here. But the Cougs, they make another play, get the fumble, and get on top of it. So it looks like they're staying alive.
Man, keeping the shutout going.
The defense, the Cougs defense playing extremely well this afternoon. They're leading 28-0. Is that what we last saw?
28-0 with about 9:50 left.
Wow.
In the first half. All right. So, as we bid farewell to Tanner Dabbert, Tanner, it's been fun. Anything for one last thoughts?
No, just thank you guys for having me. It was a lot of fun, even though not fun watching the Bobcats lose. Y'all made it as bearable as possible.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, thank you so much, Tanner. We'll let Trammell take it away with some of the scores that you can find on www.sanangelolive.com.
All right, man, you just said it, www.sanangelolive.com, but this time /scores. Deersky and Deersky Realtors, the real estate professionals of Texas, are bringing you all of this. We got scores, we got coverage, we got briefs, we got this video, we got so many more videos, and we'll check it out right here. Midland Lee, Angelo Central, it's already done, final 56-28. Lee and Odessa Permian will split that district championship. Cattle Mills, Pleasant Grove 37, Cattle Mills 35. That was it down to the wire. 2-point ball game right there. Christoval and Snook are battling it out right now, and the Cougars are up 28-0 in the second quarter. Cisco's playing Holly 40-0. Cisco's beating them in the third quarter. Gunter 44, Wichita Falls City 44-19. That one's final. Abilene Cooper beat Crowley 50-13. Wascom's up against New London Westbrook 28-0. Canyon against Decatur. Canyon's up 28-0. Sunnyvale 14, Gilmer 31. That one's in the fourth quarter. Canadians beating Idalou. Oh, they've already won that one 56-6. Lago Vista Industrial 18-14. That one's final. Winthrop Albany 18-13. That one's final. We'll talk about some weird scores there. China Spring against Sealy. China Springs 31, Sealy 13. Abilene beat Midland 56-14. South Lake Carroll beat Keller Timber Creek 45-16. Malakoff beat Grandview 24-21. That was a battle right there. Oh, here it is. The game that we've all been wanting. Brock lost. Number 1 Brock upset by Jim Nedge 19-16. That one's final. Brock is done. Munster, Hamlin. Munster 31, Hamlin 28. Mount Vernon 12, Magnolia 7. Byron Nelson beat Keller 27-24. Euless Trinity beat Haltom 56-10. Springtown beat Dumas for 24-14. El Paso Eastlake beat Coronado 53-14. And these plus so many that are going to be happening. A lot of games tomorrow. A lot of games still going on later tonight. The one we're about to start paying attention to a lot, of course, these Christoval Cougars. And then tomorrow night, those Sterling City Eagles are taking on the Westbrook and that's number 1 versus number 2. So you got to check out that score, plus all these scores, www.zangelolive.com/scores, brought to you by Deersky & Deersky Realtors, the real estate professionals of Texas. Back to you guys at the desk.
Woo! Trammell getting a little crazy with us there, especially with that Brock Jim Ned score. What was the fight? Brock?
19-16.
Wow. Jim Ned.
Jim Ned.
I was from Tuscaloosa.
I don't care if you believe me.
I don't know,
Brock
man.
is done.
Who would have thought
Brock
we'd hear
is
that?
done. Read and weep.
Let's go back to that.
19-16. It says fourth quarter, but that score is final.
My God.
Brock loses. Brock
Man.
loses.
Who would've
Undefeated.
thought?
Blew out every single team until they played Jim Ned, who lost to Ballinger week 1. I mean, what the heck is going on?
I don't know, man. I mean, it's 2020. Let's just put it that way. All right, let's come back to the desk here, joined by J.D. Nava, good friend, family member of mine. So
yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah,
a little Thanksgiving family style. Okay, I see it. I see it.
Yeah, in fact we had a Thanksgiving get together last night. So yeah, we're continuing the good times with Thanksgiving weekend. JD is a graduate of Angelo Central High School. We won't say when because we're not going to say how old JD is.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Yeah, JD is he's visiting from Tennessee. He's now living there, Clarksville, Tennessee.
That's correct.
Yeah, so yeah, San Angelo guy there living in Tennessee, but hanging out here with us. JD, we're talking Texas high school football for your alma mater, Christian. Now, Christian, let's give you a little back history on Christian. He was a football player for the Bobcats last year. Fantastic guy.
Oh, cool. Right on.
A guy for them. Unfortunately, they came out on the losing end of things this afternoon.
Man.
Bummer.
It was tough to watch. Tough to watch.
It sounds like it. Yeah.
It was really tough to watch as we went into that one there. So. But now, hey, we are looking forward to watching a game of Christoval and Snook, my hometown. They're right now taking it to the Blue Jays, 28-0. Has Bellini sent in any more highlights?
All I know is that Braden Wilcox just threw an interception.
Okay, well you can't win.
He had one flaw to his 4 touchdowns.
If you have 4 straight touchdowns, come on.
All right. Well, JD, let's see. So, did you tell the folks you were going to be on a broadcast today?
Actually, I found out like 30 minutes ago.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know it was a real deal.
My message not get relayed to you?
It was delayed.
It was
heavily delayed. Yeah. But as soon as I heard about it, I jumped to it, man. I got over as fast as I could. I'm not going to miss this opportunity.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool.
We were talking about it last night. We did have a few beverages while we were talking about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll just say cola. We'll go with that one there.
Strong cola.
Yeah.
Topo Chico.
Topo Chico.
Yeah. That's how we roll. Let's see. Were you a high school football fan? Did you root for the Bobcats back?
Oh yeah, big time, big Bobcats fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did
back when I was going to Central.
Yeah. Did you grow up with any stars that you remember that come to mind?
The only real star I have was actually watching my cousin play a few years back, Patrick Nava.
Oh, okay.
Running back. That was many years ago, many moons ago. So other than that, no. Just kind of stayed in my era.
Okay. All right. Well, nothing wrong with that. All right. Well, looks like Matt Trammell is drawing up a play for us.
Get ready to cry.
Well,
not to cry yet.
No, I mean,
not to cry
at that point yet.
But Braden Wilcox threw an interception. You know, things are like we had all the momentum. The next thing you know, boom, interception. Then here we go. We're gonna line it up. We're gonna see what happens. So, look at this Snook team. Not the biggest group, but hey, it doesn't matter. We're going to bail right in. That's going to be a 1-yard touchdown, and that's going to bring it to 28-7.
28-7.
Still life for the Blue Jays.
Wow.
Yeah, there's life for the Blue Jays.
All right, so, I mean, nobody from Christoval's hitting the panic button by any stretch of the imagination. How much time is left in there, Trevor?
We got about 8 minutes left in the second quarter.
Second quarter. All right, so... looks like Christoval. I mean, they're still doing well with that.
Hey, you built your hopes really high, Manny. I really hope this works out for you.
Oh man! All right, so good stuff. I mean, it's one touchdown. I don't think it's anything to just get too crazy about.
Yeah, but you really hyped over the first touchdown.
I mean, it is what it is.
Don't overhype yourself. The higher you climb, the lower you fall.
We're 4 touchdowns up there, so we were, but now 3. But I think we're still doing okay. The Christoval Cougars leading 28-7 there in the second quarter in Fredericksburg, Texas. Big shout out to Joe Geary.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, that guy. He's watching us.
Oh, great.
He was asking who this guy here in the middle was. So yeah, JD Nava.
I guess he doesn't. Heard of me. Cool.
Yeah, so we're talking Texas high school football here. We saw just a traumatic loss, I guess you can say, from the Central Bobcats. They took one on the chin this afternoon. But they will be moving into the postseason. Nonetheless, it's kind of just they have next week off. There was that last week of the season that was built in case of a COVID COVID outbreak, if you will. So they'll have 2 more weeks before we see them again in the Texas high school football playoffs. So big things coming for them. Hopefully, even bigger things for the Christoval Cougars in that capacity there. JD, we're talking Thanksgiving dinner. Christian said that he had some of these small little pumpkin pies.
Oh yeah.
And you and I, we had Thanksgiving dinner last night. But
yeah.
what was something you enjoyed the most there?
I'm a big stuffing guy. I like stuffing.
Yeah?
Stuffing and ham and the Hawaiian rolls. That's my thing.
The Hawaiian rolls
that's my thing.
They set it off, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll tear those up.
Well, that was a good time last night there with that. The ham was pretty solid.
Yeah, ham was on point. Everything was really good last night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in fact, Joe made a few things, correct?
Yeah, he made a turkey. It's pretty good.
It was all right.
I mean, he could have carved it better, but hey,
Yeah.
Oh well, it was good.
And
everything was good.
I believe he also made some banana pudding. I didn't get a chance to. I was too full from the banana pudding.
That banana pudding. It was good. It was good. Yeah, it was good.
If you could rate the banana pudding, is there anywhere? Are we working in 1 to 10 there?
Let's give it an 8.
An 8.
Let's give it an 8.
Solid. Man, that's
solid 8.
That's pretty generous.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll give him an 8.
So Joe, I mean, I know he's watching, so
yeah.
It's so
tune his horn a little bit.
Yeah. To say the least. All right, Trammell, I know we're efforting highlights from Fredericksburg, but do we have any updates on the old scoreboard or a highlight from Fredericksburg?
Yeah, I have just a full little highlight just for everyone that didn't get to check them all out here.
All right, well let's get right to it.
All right. So here we go. This is the first touchdown right here. We saw this one. Little break by number 7. Oh, almost hit the ground, but we're going to go ahead and walk in that one. Next drive here by the Cougars. Braden Wilcox once again find yourself a man and find yourself a touchdown. That's right there. That's going to bring it up to 14-0 on that one. Next drive, Braden Wilcox does it again. Number 7 still can't make a play, and that's going to make it 21-2.
All right, yeah. So it's almost the defense is kind of going with that water boy mentality. What was it? He thinks he's going to go left. He thinks he's going to go right. He fakes left. Right. He fakes right. No, he thinks he's going to go left. So it's like, well, what are you going to do? How are you going to defend that there? So. Trammell, are you working on another play here?
Yeah, I got another one straight from Bellini right here. So it was 28-6 the last time we checked in. Let's go ahead and see what's going to happen here. And you already going to know. Here we go. Braden Wilcox, see y'all later. That's going to be a huge play right there, and he's going to take it all the way as they extend their lead.
Oh, my goodness.
That's going to be 35-6. I mean,
play it again.
Guys,
run it back, Trammell.
Guys,
I mean,
guys,
hits right now.
This is it.
So
Just
are we
simple
officially at the over-under?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, that might be it right there. And he is just, no one can stop this man. That's 5 touchdowns for him in the first half. Remember when you were talking, Malachi Brown, he had 5 touchdowns this game. Brady Wilcox has 5 touchdowns this half. Come on, man. Go all the way.
For the dignitaries of Texas high school football.
Here they are. Brayden Wilcox, just a baller, man.
Yeah, this dude's just balling out of control right now. So yeah, so the over/under. So a little heads up here, JD. So we don't actually bet on anything. We may have a Topo Chico involved.
Okay.
But there's no actual money involved. So for all the folks out there saying, "Oh, wait, let's report them to the UIL," we don't do that.
Christian's 18.
Yeah. But we do have an over/under line, and then we do have a spread that our very own Matt Trammell sets. In fact, he set the line on.
Yeah, this one wasn't a very good example of my talents here.
Yeah, week 1 he was pretty darn good. I mean, when I say pretty darn good, he was really, really darn good with that. Got very close to a number of games, but he set the spread at Christoval +3. Favored to win. Right now they're what, 35-6? 35-7?
Wow.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, it'll be it's 35-6 right now.
Yeah.
And they're just running away with it.
Yeah, and then the over/under, he set this week's game at 45. So I took the over. Christian took the under.
I did
on
take
that.
the under.
So I don't know.
See where it's leaning there.
Okay, cool.
That's how we arrived to that point there.
Thought a little more defense was going to be played here. Also, I've never, ever even heard of Snook before this.
Snook, Texas.
There we go.
JD, you've ever
I've never heard of that.
Neither have they, because they have not playing.
Yeah,
like a
they have regretted to show up, or they have not shown up, if you will. But so big game going on down in Fredericksburg. If you're a Christoval fan, if you root for the Snook Blue Jays, well, maybe not so much. That's involved with that there. All right, so Trammell, do you have any score updates for us, or anything that you can pass along to us?
I can run scores again, but pretty much everything's still the same as the last time we were there.
Okay, well, if it's
we can check them out again.
Yeah, well, let's check it out one more time. Maybe the Cougs will put one in the end zone again.
Here we go. Deersky & Deersky Realtors, the real estate professionals of Texas, is bringing you the San Angelo Live Scoreboard. You can check all these out, all video content, sport content, football write-ups, briefs, whatever you want, right here, San Angelo Live /scores. Okay, Midland Lee versus Central. It's officially final now, 56-28. The Bobcats going to playoffs, but hey, didn't end the district season like they wanted to. 35-37. That was Pleasant Grove against Caddo Mills. Pleasant Grove won that one by just 2 points. Christoval against Snook. We saw this one earlier. It's 35-6 actually in the second quarter. Cisco against Holly, 40-0 in the third quarter. Doesn't look like Holly's going to be able to come back on that one. Gunter against Wichita Falls is final at 44-19. Abilene Cooper beat Crowley 50-13. Wascom against New London Westbrook 28-0. Wascom took that one. Well, still in the third quarter, but Wascom is up pretty big in that one. Canyon's up big against Decatur 28-0 in the third quarter. Gilmer just trying to finish it up against Sunnyvale 31-14. Canadian beat up Idalou today 56-6. Oh, check these out. Lago Vista Industrial, 18-14. What a weird football score. But then, Albany Windthrows 18, Albany 13. So just a bunch of weird
lines
games
went down
going
in that
on
one.
here. So China Springs 31, Sealy 13. Abilene beat Midland. They're going to go to the playoffs 56-14 as they actually, Central went in to say, hey, we could be tying with the district championship, and walked out with the same district record as Abilene. So things are going to have to be weird there, and we're going to figure it all out. Keller Timber Creek against South Lake Carroll. South Lake Carroll 45, Timber Creek 16. Malakoff against Grandview. What a good one. 24-21.
Wow. That's an upset right there.
That one was a final.
Grandview is the defending state champion in Class 3A Division 1.
Well, not anymore. So, Jim, Ned, Brock, talk about upsets. Here's another one for you, Manny. Brock, the #1 undefeated team in the state of Texas. 1916, they lost against Jim Ned. Munster against Hamlin, 31-28. Munster took that one. Mount Vernon beat Minola 12-7. That was a defensive battle right there, boys. 27-24, that was the score of Byron Nelson beating Keller. That was earlier today. Haltom, they lost to Euless Trinity 56-10. Springtown beat Dumas 24-14. El Paso Eastlake beat Coronado 53-14. And that's going to be it. But there's a lot more games going to go on later this week and later on tonight. So just keep on going on San Angelo Live /scores because that's where all of they are. And they're brought to you by Deersky, the realtor professionals of Texas. I'm Matt Trammell at the Joe's Ice Live Desk. Back to you.
All righty. There we are. So, hey, for the folks, for the Christoval fans tuning in with us here on SanAngeloLive.com, if you're wondering where Snook, Texas is, or for that matter, if anyone's wondering where Snook, Texas is, just southwest of College Station in Aggieland. So that's
a long way.
That's a long ways away. College Station's like 4 or 5 hours away from here. So
I remember driving there for a state 7-on-7.
Yeah,
it's a haul.
So I mean, meeting in the middle was Fredericksburg. So that's kind of where they're at. But Snook is traditionally a basketball powerhouse program. So it's kind of weird to find them this deep in the playoffs and the football playoffs. So so there's that. Christoval leading the Blue Jays, the Snook Blue Jays, 35-6. Is that right, Trammell? Did I say that correctly?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Trammell.
As far as I'm aware.
Okay, all right. JD Nava here of San Angelo. He by way of Clarksville, Tennessee, but from San Angelo, Texas.
That's right.
Graduate of San Angelo Central. JD, let's see. Did you grow up playing football? Did you play any sports?
I played football 4th grade through about 8th grade.
Okay.
Played through there. Then after that, I just kind of got out of the team sports, got into just like, motocross, stuff like that.
Sure, yeah.
But yeah, I enjoyed it.
Right on. I see you do you do a lot of motocross there in Tennessee.
Yeah, I'm pretty big into it in Tennessee.
Right on.
So, yeah.
Right on. Okay.
Definitely,
well,
yeah.
You're also a veteran, Army guy, former Army guy.
Did 8 years. Got out in 2018. Loved every minute of it though.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, there we go. Yeah. Certainly served your country there, so that's always a good thing. With that, we'd like to have you back here in Texas. I know that's for sure. Maybe someday.
Someday, in the near future, I might be coming back. Maybe coming back.
All right. Let's see. We see Christoval that they're continuing to just pour things on against the Snook Blue Jays. Of course, I think we'll hope to have some additional highlights with that one coming up here in just a bit. Trammell, do we have anything from Chadwick?
Yeah, I'm trying. Yeah, we're getting him right now. We're getting him right now. Things are going.
All right, so JD, how this show pretty much works, it's the NFL version or the Texas high school football version of the
Can
NFL
you hear me,
Red
Ryan?
Zone. We'll take a live feed. We'll have fun with folks here on the old Facebook. In fact, let's see if we got any interaction there. We'll see with that.
All right, Manny, are we
ready to take that one there?
We are ready. We got Ryan Chadwick on the line.
All right, we are ready when you are.
All right, what's up, Ryan? Bad loss. It was tough. It was kind of, we've been playing this game for 2 weeks. It's been tough, but kind of sell me on the Bobcats still. We're still going to the playoffs, so sell me on the Bobcats.
Well, Bobcats got whipped in the second half today, right? But the one thing the Bobcats didn't do is give up. So it speaks to their own tenacity. We got a bit of a conditioning concerns, a little bit of a mechanically sound concerns. But other than that, like, the offense is going to move the ball. They're going to score a lot of points. So if they can just stay close in any of these games in the playoffs, they're still a very dangerous team. When the defense feeds off of the offense's momentum, defense can pin their ears back and really get after opposing quarterbacks. That's when the Bobcat defense shines. But other than that, they just cannot keep turning the ball over. If they don't turn the ball over, this is a very dangerous team.
All right, Ryan, so you went and you talked to Coach Davis after the game. I'm sure it wasn't good, but who knows? It probably wasn't that bad. I don't know. Tell me kind of your thoughts on his feelings, or how he was kind of feeling towards the game, or just kind of towards maybe the season and just everything since it's all done, wrapped up in a whole. How's Coach Davis feeling?
Oh, he's frustrated. Well, we're all frustrated, because this was another very winnable game. I have him quoted in the interview saying they whipped us in the second half. They whipped us in every phase of the game. We couldn't get anything going on offense. Like, they athletically just, outstretched us on defense, couldn't get any push. So, yeah, he's frustrated with today, but he's already looking forward to playoffs in the next 2 weeks. He says they got a week to prepare because, they're off next week. And however El Paso figures out how they're going to do things, and he's ready to get back to work. So, again, frustrated on today, but he's already looking forward, and that's just the kind of guy Coach Davis is.
All right, Ryan, we kind of been asking everybody this. It was Thanksgiving yesterday. What was the first thing you went for on your plate?
So where I was, my uncle had cooked about 40 pounds of meat. So I got myself some brisket, I got myself some turkey, I got myself some cooked ham. So I loaded up on all the protein before I did anything else.
All right, Ryan. Thanks for going out to that game. Sorry for the Bobcats losing, but, hey, there's always the playoffs. We'll see you next week.
All right. Hey, we'll get it. Thanks, guys.
All right. Ryan Chadwick, the resident Bobcat connoisseur, hanging out with the Bobcats as they took one on the chin this afternoon to the Midland Lee Rebels. Man, that was a tough one. Christian, I know I think we got to put a bow on that before we just kind of just tuck it away. Thoughts on that one there as the Bobcats closed out the regular season here this afternoon?
Obviously, not what we wanted to see, and not what any of us predicted. We had, especially on Trammell's, sports book over there.
The line was
the lines.
Trammell set it at 2.5 points.
Yeah, it was looking good throughout about 3.
Yeah, but I think with the Central team and the coaches they have, they'll definitely bounce back, and hopefully a good matchup versus El Paso. They can recoup and regenerate their offense and defense. So obviously, like me and Tanner both said, we have a lot of hope for them and think they'll do great.
Yeah, well, let's hope that they can do that there. All right, so. Man, that's a tough one. I think we kind of put our official bow on that one there. It's taking one on the chin there.
Just turnovers.
Yeah.
Turnovers. Just gotta win that's one thing, is just gotta win the turnover.
yeah, that they gotta do. All right, an update. By the way, Joe did not make the pudding last night. It was Michelle.
Okay.
Yeah, it was the lady that I'm quite fond of, Michelle Estella, that she contributed with the pudding. So I don't think we can give Joe credit for that one there.
No, we probably shouldn't.
Joe, you're off the hook on that one. So, but nonetheless, it was a good Thanksgiving, good family Thanksgiving. Nobody bit each other's. Nobody fought.
And Ryan looked like he had himself a good Thanksgiving too.
Yeah.
Well, Chadwick. He was happy. He was pretty happy. He was not very happy about the Central questions. He was happy about those Thanksgiving.
Yeah. I think everybody's happy talking about Thanksgiving dinner. Yeah. So that works. So Central, we're kind of they're kind of put in the books today as they fell to a very tough Midland Lee team. JD, the text that come in here over here. So some things we can repeat, some things we cannot. But hey, that's all right. Nonetheless, let's see. All right, so coming in from Tennessee, you do make San Angelo Live your stop for new. Do you check in on what goes on here in San Angelo via San Angelo Live?
Oh yeah, pretty regularly. I have it set on my notifications, so I'm always getting updates.
Right on.
Yeah, I like San Angelo Live.
Right on. The Facebook comments are always the best.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Sorry. That's the best part.
Yeah. Sometimes you'll get a different cup of tea that's contributed on the old Facebook machine with that.
Yeah.
Perhaps entertaining. Other times it's like, huh? But.
Yeah, well, everyone has an opinion. So.
But via the Texas high school football, we've seen our audience kind of do very well. They are interested in what we're up to this season here. In fact, we're efforting a lot of different games as we speak. But the main game that we're really focusing on is the Christoval Cougars and the Snook Blue Jays. For the folks that are just joining us, the Cougars, this is their first appearance in the third round of the Texas High School Football Playoffs as an 11-man team. It's anytime you've mentioned them past this deep in the playoffs, you've always had to go back to the 6-man era. JD, have you ever seen a 6-man football game?
No.
It's like basketball with pads. There's not too much defense involved.
Doesn't sound like it.
There's a mercy rule. It's a 45-point mercy rule. If somebody gets up by 45 points or more, game's done.
Okay.
So I don't know if we'll see that this afternoon from Fredericksburg.
We could. It's highly possible.
Yeah, Snook could be asking to wave the white flag at that point. But yeah. Let's see. Also, we do have some tamales to go home to.
Oh,
that's
nice.
right. Yeah, they should be waiting for us when we get out of here. Excited for that.
All right, so we're hoping that the Christoval Cougars can wrap this thing up here pretty quickly because we got some tamales waiting for us, homemade stuff.
Well, I have a score update from them.
Yeah.
I do not have a video update right now,
Okay.
but I do have a score update
What do
of
we got, Trevor?
42-6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so
Guys.
the over-under is officially clinched.
Guys, this is bad.
Yeah.
This is bad.
Yeah, so that's we've seen 5 touchdowns from Braden Wilcox this afternoon.
At least they've added 2 more touchdowns since we last looked, and he had 5 or 1 more touchdown. So he could have 6.
All right.
He could very easily have 6.
Well, all roads will point to Falls City next week. Now, this is barring that the Cougars can come out and walk away with a win today. I'm pretty confident that they can. But tonight, they'll get the winner of Falls City and D'Hanis. Falls City is the team that's likely to win that game. And, of course, the big matchup, whether it's the Cougars or Falls City at that point, is against the defending Class 2A Division II state champion Mart Panthers, who are just clobbering kids left and right. Most of those kids, they look like they're ready to play on Saturdays, as big as they are. So yeah. Nonetheless, here joined by JD Nava, we had Tanner Dabbert, the District 36A, Tanner Dabbert, the 36A 2019 District MVP on a little earlier, talking Central football. Here we have JD Nava, friend, family member of mine. So, we've been having a good Thanksgiving. Hopefully it continues on. I know.
Oh yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Just keep the good times rolling.
Yeah, there's a big fight tomorrow night. Is it tonight or tomorrow night?
Saturday.
Tomorrow night.
Saturday.
Mike Tyson, Roy Jones Jr.
Yeah.
Christian, you looking forward? Are you gonna watch that?
I'm planning on watching it. Yeah. I think everyone wants to watch that.
yeah.
And then Nate Robinson's fighting Jake Paul.
Yeah,
Jake Paul, yeah.
So
yeah.
weird.
It is weird.
We're just seeing a bunch of randos just throwing their name in the hat, saying, "Hey, let's just go and fight."
Well, there's gonna be a lot of money on that ticket, no matter who you are. If you're like the prelim fight, you're probably still gonna make a pretty big check.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
everyone's
definitely.
gonna be buying this fight, and honestly, we might be seeing just some old guys go out there and knock the hell out of each other. I'm in.
Who doesn't want to see it? It's Tyson,
Yeah.
man.
I mean, you look at Iron Mike right now,
Gosh,
and then you do like a side by side look, and him from like 20 years ago, and I'm probably taking Iron Mike right now versus.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, the guy looks lethal.
He does,
Yeah.
and he's still. I saw his training videos. He's still quick with his hands.
Oh my
and-
goodness.
Oh, yeah.
So halftime, it is 42-6.
Okay.
Halftime 42-6. The half ended with a Fava interception.
Okay, so the Christoval Cougars leading the Snook Blue Jays 42-6 down in Fredericksburg, Texas. I'm loving this because your boy here is a Christoval native, class of 2004. I know I'm an old guy, but hey, I still root for the Christoval Cougars. I don't wear my Letterman jacket anymore, but hey, but that's all right.
Christian.
Hey, hey, we'll give him a pass on that. Christian graduated just last year, so. But nonetheless, yeah, big fight tomorrow night on the card there. Mike Tyson, Roy Jones, but they can't knock each other out.
Really?
Yeah, there's no, they can't go for the knockout punch.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Still, regardless, fun to watch. Two old dudes got it.
Yeah, so I think that's. I mean, it'd be nice to see if one of them, was in position to do that. What would happen?
Yeah.
But, let's see. JD, are you an MMA fan? You like some MMA?
I don't really watch fighting too much.
Yeah?
Yeah, not really.
Okay. Well,
So.
fighting's good. Fighting's fun.
When other people are.
Yeah. Other people are, so.
Yeah. When it comes to that, so let's see. So we got that going on tomorrow. By the way, a big game tomorrow night that you can find out if you're just a Texas high school football junkie, and you love, and certainly if you love some six-man football, you can find the Sterling City Eagles and the Westbrook Wildcats down in Colorado City, playing in a big ball game. In fact, they played each other earlier this season. It was number 1 versus number 2 at the time. Sterling City was number 2.
So
SC came out with the dub there.
And that's always scary. That's scary. When you have when you win one of those crazy games like that, can you win it again? And will the same outcome happen when it's a 50-50 game like it was last time and you won? If it's 50-50 again, those odds don't look very good. So we'll keep our fingers crossed. Go Eagles.
Yeah, Sterling City Eagles, we're hoping for that one. We're just kind of hoping for a good ball game there. Hopefully Sterling City repping the Concho Valley, them along with the Christoval Cougars. We claim Mason. They're kind of on the fringe area. Tonight they're playing against a pretty good team. But I don't know if they'll make it
Nothing's
out.
finer.
But yeah.
Shiner.
Shiner.
Finer.
The kids from Shiner, Texas. What do you know about Shiner, JD?
Man, nothing much.
We can't talk about that. That's a high school show, man.
Yeah, so Shiner is home of the adult beverage, Shiner beer. So, but yeah, all right. Well, then there's that. Joe's Ice House also. Trammell, do you have a plug for Joe's Ice House while we got?
I have the perfect plug for Joe's Ice House. Look, jerky, chips, drinks, Big Red, Dr. Pepper, whatever you want at Joe's Ice House. Like that. That's the spot. I'm telling you. You know what's the best part about it, though?
What's that?
In 2020, you don't want to go because you don't want to put your stupid mask on and walk into a store. I get it. I understand. Those guys, they will bring it to you. It's a drive-through, so you just drive through. You say, hey, go get me a bag of those Doritos right there. Throw it in the car. Here's my card. Here's my cash, whatever. Boom, boom, boom. In and out. Less than 5 minutes. Joe's Ice House, the stop in San Angelo.
All righty. Man, Trammell. That's quite the plug there.
Those guys, man. Topo Chicos?
Yeah, they
have adult Topo Chicos too? They're good. I'm telling you. Topo Chico.
The adult Topo Chico. I love it. Trammell, hey, do we have any maybe recap highlights from Friday's game?
We are getting those together right now. Actually,
Okay.
he is getting all of them together and getting it going. So
Okay.
they'll be there in just a second. I always can just run back my favorite play.
Which one was that, Trammell?
Which one was my favorite play?
Yeah. Do you have a favorite that's what you're watching?
Favorite of the 5 touchdowns.
Here it is. Here's my favorite. Wait. Let me see if this is the right one. Oh yeah, this is it. Here it is. Ready? Here's my favorite. Very first touchdown of the game. And this guy Braden Wilcox is just showing off. Can make these quick moves and just. I could watch number 7 almost fall down all day long.
Yeah, he did that quite a bit. That we've seen so far.
I think we watched this play about 15 times since we've gotten this video. But remember, 55, the monster that we were talking about, he's pulling from. Look at him. Pause. Right here. You see him? I'm going full on gamer right now.
Yeah, we'll go Romo right here.
There we go. Look,
yeah.
This right here is a left tackle. That's a long way to pull if you're going to pull all the way back around to this 6 gap over here. So if you're pulling, you got to be on a horse, and that's exactly what he did. He got all the way around there. 52 was able to seal this off first to this right here, and it's just wide open. And then no one's going to go meet up with 55, and 7 is just too clumsy to make anything happen. So Christoval's running away with this, guys.
Yeah, that's
it's not even fun anymore.
Big 55 there, making sure that nobody wants no smoke.
Hey, I wore 55 in high school, so trust me, you don't want enough from 55. Double nickel, he'll bring it to your door.
The double nickel.
He'll bring it to your door.
Oh, that's good stuff there. Joining us there from the Matt Trammell presented
Joe's Ice House.
by the Joe's Ice House COVER1 live desk, along with our good friends from Eggemeyer's General Store. All right, so we're going to take a quick break here, and as the Christoval Cougars are at the break, they're leading Snook 42-6. Yeah, I honestly, I didn't know really much what to think about this ball game, just because nobody really knows much about Snook in West Texas. But man, oh man, let's see. But yeah, we'll take a quick break with them. In fact, we'll be hanging out with them in our break, and it's our COVER1 preview presented by Bug Express. Thanks so much to them for always supporting high school sports in COVER1. And as it's always fun to see the coach's kid. Christian, have you known plenty of coach's kids over here?
I have, yeah.
Yeah?
I have. I've known a few. Just, not really in high school. I don't think we had a coach's kid that was playing.
Okay.
But, obviously I had Coach Crane's young one and Coach Chester's, and, they're just bringing some different type of energy.
Yeah, they're bite-sized Kevin Crane's and Mark Chester's.
Little offensive mastermind in the making.
Did you ever play ball with any coaches' kids, JD?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah?
No.
They're usually like the most athletic kids, and
that's usually how it works out.
Yeah, it's like
or the orneriest. They're like preacher's kids, and then coach's kids.
Yeah, yeah. It's like they always have like the diagram of like the baseball positions, and you have like what is it? They'll have like the most athletic kid at shortstop or at second base or something like that. Yeah, that's where you find the coach's kid. But all right, in fact, that's the great segue as we get into this week's COVER1 preview of featuring the Christoval Cougars, presented by Bug Express Pest Control.
Hey boys, I had to open my eyes.
Let's go. Bulimic, that's why.
All I'm saying is Matthew's terrible at Rocket League. Only the Swedish Village, bro. I got Xbox.
I'm next. Calm down.
You don't need to warm up, It's pretty fun. I like to come out here and watch them practice and give them a hard time. And yeah,
it's a neat experience, not only for me but for her and the players as well. They take her in, they treat her like a little sister. Even at the junior high games, and I'm being on the sideline or anything like that. These kids really adapt to her, and they really like her. My name is Casey Otto, and I'm the head coach at Christoval High School. Well, I think it's a unique situation. A lot of kids don't get to experience the things she gets to see, the things that she can learn by, just being out here with me. I think it's special, get to spend time with her in a unique kind of way, because my job being what it is I'm away from the house a lot, and it allows me to be around my kids and to do my job at the same time.
My name is Berkeley Otho, and my dad is the head football coach at Christoval. I know pretty much all the positions, and I know their play's name is like Ducks or something, but I don't really know what they do. I just know the names of them, and yeah.
The neat part about it is it transitions into the living room when we watch college football or in the NFL, and she's excited about watching that. If certain teams are playing, she's a Mahomes fan.
I played flag football for like 2 years, and then all of a sudden I started playing basketball, summer basketball and stuff like that. But I don't really play it this year, but I kind of miss it.
I just like to watch her do whatever she wants to do. She's got a busy schedule now, and I understand that. But the flag football was kind of special to me. It meant a lot, just seeing her, execute the things that she sees on the practice field.
I have lots of fun coming out here, but the thing I don't like most is getting up really early. I'm really grouchy in the mornings, but I like being out here with my dad and just spending time with him is really fun.
Oh, it's just like any parent has to do. You have to get your kids out of bed. We just had to do it a couple hours earlier. We probably get in a fight every morning. But by the time we get here, things have all smoothed over, and it's just another day.
I don't really have a favorite, but Braden is probably my favorite because he's cool and I don't know, he's just my favorite.
Family on 3. 1, 2, 3. Family!
I'm rooting them for a lot. My friends, I yell a lot and they're like, why are you doing that? I'm like, duh, to cheer them on. But they don't like to cheer on for some reason. But I'm like, yay, go Cougars! And they're like, I like to yell for them. And I want them to win because this is Braden's last year, so I want them to make it to state.
As far as that goes, I got to remember that she's an 11-year-old girl too, you know, and I can't treat her like a 15-year-old boy as far as, you know, wanting her to pay attention and things like that. I've got to let her do her thing, and one of these days she's going to be, you know, a teenage girl, and I may not get to have these experiences with her as much as I'd like, so I'm going to try to take advantage of it right now.
He runs and then goes back.
Alrighty, that is The Coach's Kid. My Dad is the Coach, featuring the Christoval Cougars, Berkeley and Casey Otho. Always good to hang out with them and see the Christoval Cougars thrive so much because they're doing so many good things right now. 42-6, leading the Snook Blue Jays in the regional semifinal round. They're Class 2A Division II. And I tell you what, man, we're going to bring you some of the highlights of this one here. And these kids are just, I mean, it's the Braden Wilcox show, but just molly-whopping kids from Snook right now. In fact, Trammell, take us away.
I will, and I will have no problem with it. I mean, we've seen this one over and over and over and over. 55 running, 7 falling.
Look at that. No smoke.
Braden Wilcox walks in the end zone to start this one off, 8-0. Here we go, next drive. Braden Wilcox once again with a long ball, and that one's going to increase it, then get the extra point. So 14-0 right here, and they just keep on pouring it. So right here, he tries to go left and swings it back to the right, and Braden Wilcox once again gets in the end zone. That's going to make it 28, or that right there, that made it 21-7.
Wow.
And these Cougars, they just keep on going. So
yeah,
back at it.
Those were first quarter highlights. Second quarter, Trammell, what else you got for us?
Back at it, second quarter, and not so well for the Cougars on this one. The only touchdown that Snook has so far was a 1-yard run.
Okay, we got to give him one.
Nonetheless, Braden Wilcox, do not even touch me. A 60-yard run here to the house. Cannot touch him. Can't touch him. Braden Wilcox, they're running it up here. Next possession, he's going to send one and take the snap. And looking, just chunking it up and finding him. That's a bomb right there. And that's going to put him in scoring position for this one. And once again, Braden Wilcox walks into the end zone.
Got him.
That right there is going to make it 42-6 at the half.
Man. Woo! The Braden Wilcox show.
I'd love to see his stat line.
Yeah. JD, what do you think about that kid? I know you've never seen, you probably never heard of Braden Wilcox and much of the Christoval Cougars, but
now I'm definitely going to be looking out for that name now.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
The kid's a one-man wrecking crew.
Yeah,
4-year starter and has not only won district championships when there was no district champions in Christoval in forever. Beat El Dorado just about every single year, which is like a huge rival. Went out to Sonora this year, beat Sonora the first game they were playing. I mean, just now making, and then won first district championship as an 11-man. We're running it. Go 3
Trimmer,
rounds.
I love what you're saying. Keep on going.
Man, this guy, he's balling. So can 4 rounds be it, or are we going to just play a little rolling sevens with the Christoval Cougars?
Rolling sevens, I love it. Yeah, I think, you know, we get to the I mean, I say we because those are my guys. This is my hometown there. 4th round, here come the Christoval Cougars, likely against perhaps Falls City. Falls City is the favorite tonight against Dehanis, but we shall see. That's why you play the football game. Am I right, Christian?
Absolutely, yeah. You never know.
You never know what's going to happen, certainly in Texas high school football. We saw the Central Bobcats, they almost... I mean, there was a moment. There was a glimmer of hope.
There was some hope for sure.
Yeah.
At the beginning of that second half.
They forced a turnover.
When it scored, tied it up.
but then it kind of just, the wheel fell off.
Went south, yeah. Definitely.
So, but yeah, so a tough loss for the Central Bobcats this afternoon in Midland. But I tell you what, probably the biggest upset in all of Texas this afternoon came in Stephenville at Tarleton's Memorial Stadium. Trammell, enlighten the folks what that game was.
Well, the number 1 Brock Eagles, everyone was like, oh, Wall and Brock are going to end up in the regional championship. Well, neither one of them made it because Brock lost tonight 19-16 against Jim Ned. Just
who?
Not the best Jim Ned team we've even seen in a while. Just a Jim Ned. You know?
Well, the real Jim Ned, please stand up.
And
please
they did tonight. The Brock Eagles, I mean, this is probably one of the first times they've lost this early, and I can't tell you since probably they started playing football there.
I mean, because just a season ago, they made it all the way to the 4th round against Pilot Point. I believe they marched to the state semifinals. They lost in the state semifinal.
Right, and every year they've had football, they've been in the state championship.
Yeah. So, man, Trammell, you're exactly right. That is the upset of the weekend, as it's Black Friday here today as we get things started. A little matinee football going on across the Lone Star State. And if you're just joining us here on SanAngelLive.com, you saw a number of highlights of the Christoval Cougars in the Class 2A Division II state playoffs. Right now leading the Snook Blue Jays 42-6. Christian, did you expect that one?
You know, I didn't know what to expect because, like I said, I never even heard of Snook, Texas. So
just southwest of College Station.
But obviously, I was hoping the best for Christoval. I mean, that's your alma mater, and of course they're repping the, Tom Green County and West Texas as a whole. So yeah, it's good to see. Great to see.
Yeah. Well, there we are with that. We'll stick around a little bit longer for you just so we can see the second half play out just a little while longer with Christoval. But the way things are going, I mean, it looks like the Big Red Machine may have this one in hand there in the 3rd round in Fredericksburg, Texas. Thanks to all who are joining us this afternoon here on SanAngelLive.com, certainly on the Facebook page. On Twitter as well as on the YouTube. If you have a question for our good friend JD Nabo, I mean, you're more than,
Oh, yeah, more than happy to answer.
Yeah, I mean, he's a connoisseur of life. Just whatever may happen. He's ready to field your questions, maybe talking the triple option or motocross or
whatever you got, bring them on.
Yeah, or perhaps the fight that the world is talking about tomorrow. Trammell, we were talking about that one there just a few moments ago off camera. Enlighten us about this
big fight,
that's going on tomorrow.
The old man, I mean, these guys are a little too old for me. I know, I don't look the youngest as I am. Most of the time people say I look older, but I was only born in 98, so I don't really, I wasn't around for too many of these fights. But Mike Tyson, Roy Jones Jr., I remember watching Roy Jones being a quick guy, fast, little, guy right there. But Mike Tyson, of course, heavy hitter. But both of these guys, it's like the movie Grudge Match. Are they going to bring the walkers out? We're not sure yet. But either way, it'll be a good fight. No knockouts, no cuts, no winning. Going to be great.
Yeah, that's a really bizarre thing that, as soon as there's a cut involved, they call the match.
Yeah. So I have the opening kickoff for the Christoval Cougars. They're up 42-6, and they had to kick the ball off. Manny, is there any respect in Christoval?
I mean, Trammell, they're going for the jugular.
42-6, dude. They kicked an onside, and they got the onside to start the second half.
Trammell, they're going for the jugular, man.
They are. 42-6. They got the onside kick to start the second half. What in the heck is going on?
No mercy on the Snook.
No mercy.
Yeah.
If y'all want to leave early, y'all just let us know.
Y'all want to leave early. Yeah, Casey Otho and the Cougar coaching staff, man, they are just ready to get after these guys. That is for sure in this one. So a big ball game in Fredericksburg, Texas this afternoon, the site of the Class 2A Division II regional semifinal round. Let's see, we've been talking them. We've been talking San Angelo Central. Before we cue to anything, we'll take a quick commercial break. We'll pay some bills around here, and give some recognition to the folks who support us the most.
Like our area teams under the Friday Night Lights, here at Bug Express, we're all about teamwork. With over 40 years of knowledge and experience in pest management, our team knows how to get the job done. Give us a call today at 653-0069.
All right, welcome back to the live COVER1 desk here on SantaAngeloLive.com. Joe and Gary having some fun here. I can't answer these questions, Joe. I'm so sorry. Well, we'll answer them when we get off the set here. Maybe.
So another update, the Christoval Cougars just scored. Fava scored that touchdown.
Joshua
Fava scored that touchdown. And I actually have the video, and can I say what I'm about to say? Can I say that?
Well, what are you trying to say, Trina?
So we have boots on the ground, but there are also other media sites that have boots on the ground.
Okay.
And one of these rules is you can't get in the way of the game, right? So now
it's a pretty simple one.
We're being asked, our guys on the ground are being asked just to step back because another media outlet in San Angelo had his guy on the field, and the ref ran into him. So now we might have a little backed up, highlights, but hey, it's not our fault. You can blame the other media in San Angelo for that. So we can go ahead and see right here. This is Joshua Fava touchdown right there, just right up the gut. Hand it to him. Let him. Hey, I bet Braden Wilcox is like, you know what? I've had enough of these. Y'all go ahead and you take one. You take one. You take one. You take one. And now this is going to bring it a lot to a little bit, as this game is just completely blown out.
Wow. Okay, Josh. So that makes it what?
42 is 49, 6.
Man, a whole lot to very little at this point. It looks like when you go for the onside kick to open the half, you're not just going in there just all willy-nilly, Trammell.
Yeah, and I know that this is real minutes, not game minutes, but James Bellini texted me and said that they got the onside kick at 5:28. They scored, and he sent the score at 5:31. So it wasn't like they got the onside and took a minute. It was like they got the onside and went and scored really quickly.
Wow.
So this one is just getting too out of hand.
All right, what do you say, Trammell? Maybe we give the Cougs one more score before we say goodnight here?
Oh, hey, I'm in. I can watch them score all day long.
Yeah, that's
as long as it's Braden Wilcox, I'm in.
I know. Let's make it interesting here. All right, who thinks Braden Wilcox?
Over under.
Oh wait, he's at 6. Is he at 6 right now?
6. I believe that's 6 touchdowns.
So, well, is he gonna score one more before we leave?
All right. Well, let's make it interesting here. So. Who thinks the next touchdown will be from Braden Wilcox? We'll leave it at that. Well, that'll be the line here.
I'll take Fava.
So you got Fava for the next
Fava.
touchdown?
Yeah, I'll take Fava.
Okay. He
just scored. They're gonna feed him.
Trammell's got Fava. Christian, who you got?
Well, I was gonna go with someone else, but give me Wilcox, man. Might as well make it 7.
7.
Might as well put it on him.
He doesn't have 7. He doesn't have 5 on it. He's got 7 on it.
7 on it.
Yeah.
Hey, but he didn't score. But I have another highlight. It is another play by Braden Wilcox that
we'll
I think
put the pin in that one. We'll come back to that one here in just a moment. But let's entertain this.
Oh yeah. Keep it going.
So this looks like a piece of video courtesy of James Bellini. This is a Wilcox defensive play.
Defensive play. We're not talking Wilcox touchdowns. We're talking Wilcox hammers. A little bit of umping at the end of it. Yeah, got the wrap up, drove the hips, and just get on the ground.
That's clinic material.
Yeah, that's right.
Heck yeah.
So what do y'all think? Wilcox scoring the next touchdown? Manny, who you got?
Okay,
I got Fava. If he's got Wilcox, you have to pull that Christoval next name out of your brain.
Bo Jolly.
Yeah, where's Bo Jolly?
Okay, so I'm going to take Bo Jolly for the next one.
Bo Jolly.
Okay, so not Braden Wilcox. JD, who do you got?
I'm going to have to get on that Wilcox train, man.
Smart guy. Yeah. Smart guy.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, we do have a question for JD, courtesy of Edna Estello. You may know her.
Maybe a little.
Is JD married?
Yeah, I'm married.
Ow!
I'm married, happily
Dang.
married.
Yeah.
Sorry, unlucky on that one.
Actually, just had
Bachelor
my
JD.
9-year anniversary.
Okay.
Yeah.
Happy 9 years.
Yeah, thank you.
So JD's officially off the market here. So sorry, ladies. That's courtesy of Edna Estella there, Edna Estella Nava, but that didn't connect the dots. But nonetheless, all right. So
yeah, we're not much of a bachelor show here. I'll tell you that.
Oh, man.
But yeah. So good stuff there. We're patiently awaiting to see Christoval's next touchdown. I'm putting a Topo Chico on this one here because I think this one has a little meaning. Trammell has Josh Fava to score the next touchdown. You got who?
Wilcox.
Braden Wilcox. JD's on the Wilcox train. I'm going to give Wilcox a little break, and I'm going to say Bo Jolly. But
Manny, it's not Christmas. It's not Christmas time yet. We're not going to get Holly and Jolly.
Hey! All right, so we're gonna make it a little interesting here. Topo Chico on the line because that's just what we do around here. In fact, if I could make it a sponsor, I'd love to have Topo Chico. So for any of the folks out there listening, watching, please make it happen. If you want to donate a Topo Chico, yeah, I mean, do your thing there too. All right, so it was a pretty rough afternoon for the Central Bobcats, as we said earlier. If you watched any on the live stream, as they suffered back-to-back losses in the Little Southwest Conference. They will have next week off due to a bye. It was built in case any coronavirus had kind of revealed itself amongst the teams. So now they will await a El Paso team as the first round of the playoffs nears. So we'll see what happens with that. But for the majority of the folks who really want to know what's going on here with the Tom Green County team, it's the Christoval Cougars now leading 49-6 against the Snook Blue Jays in the third round of the Class 2A Division II playoffs here on SanAngeloLive.com. 50 Trammell?
50 burger. They went for 2.
Okay, so they got the 2, and as Trammell would
if
say,
you thought the sympathy was in Coach Otho today, that was the opposite. He's got that playoff grit.
Yeah, I was with them yesterday when they were watching film, and man, they were getting into that. So
yeah, you can obviously tell by the gameplay today.
Very much, and it was defensively that they were watching a lot of film. So yeah, they knew. I mean, they're obviously that was a really good game plan that went into play there. So, by the way, if you do have another question for our good friend JD Nava here, he'd be more than happy to ask. In fact, if Joe Aguirre has a nice question, maybe that we can that's PG friendly, we need to entertain that one as well.
So you do what do you do motocross? What do you ride? A Kawasaki?
No, Honda.
Honda? Nice.
Yeah, Honda 450.
Nice.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Who's your favorite motocross person?
I would say right now it'd have to be probably the Lawrence brothers. They're doing pretty good.
Are they like the LeBron of motocross right now, or what?
Yeah, they're working their way up there.
Nice.
So.
Is this like racing motocross, or is this like trick motocross?
This is like racing, professional motocross.
Nice. Heck yeah. So it's not Nitro Circus, but
no,
it's like
those guys are cool too, but no.
No, yeah, you're into racing. You're not down to do a flip or what?
No, not sober. No.
So now we're cooking with a little grease here. All right, okay. Well, JD Nava, motocross connoisseur from San Angelo, Texas, currently resides in Clarksville, Tennessee. Here visiting the Fam Bam for a Thanksgiving holiday. In fact, we enjoyed a little Thanksgiving dinner last night. Joe Aguirre, who's been participating in the show, is asking some questions that we may or may not be able to answer at this moment. Gave us a great Thanksgiving Day turkey, so to speak. So yeah, I mean, props to him, and we had a lot of great stuff. The ham was fantastic.
Ham was pretty good.
Yeah, ham was all right.
Really good.
Edith Garcia, I don't know if she's watching right now, but if she is, hey, props to her. But nonetheless, Trammell, do we have maybe a score updates on anything at the old San Angelo Live score desk?
Yeah, we can sure take a look at it.
All right, well, let me get that prepped there.
Oh, it looks like we're having a little difficulty on our video here.
Are we? Oh, I know what happened. So at the 3-hour mark, that's when it says on Facebook, you gotta stop
Shut
there.
it down.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Well, for the folks there's still folks on YouTube here. We can give one last run of the scores here before
Here we go.
say goodbye.
I'll get it going. Deersky and Deersky Realtors, real estate professionals in Texas. Midland Lee, they beat Central today 56-35. Christoval's beating up Snook 50-6. Cisco beat Holly 54-20. Wascom beat New London West Rusk, geez, that's a tongue twister, 56-14. Canyon beat Decatur 35-7. Gilmer beat Sunnyvale 31-14. Jim Ned, they beat Brock, that's right, 19-16. Pleasant Grove beat Caddo Mills 37-35. Gunner beat Wichita Falls Cityview 44-19. Crowley beat Abilene Cooper 50-13. Canadian beat Idalou 56-6. Lago Vista beat Industrial 18-14. Albany lost to Windthrost 18-13. China Springs beat Sealy 31-13. Abilene beat Midland 56-14. South Lake Carroll beat Keller Timber Creek 45-16. Malakoff beat Grandview 24-21. Hamlin lost to Munster 31-28. Mount Vernon beat Minola 12-7. Byron Nelson beat Keller 27-24. Euless Trinity beat Halton 56-10. Springtown beat Dumas 24-14. El Paso Eastlake beat Coronado 53-14. And that's going to wrap up our scores for right now, but there's going to be a whole lot of more scores throughout the weekend. Tonight, Saturday, I mean, they're going to be going all weekend long, so you can check all these out, plus this video, some scores, a whole lot more other content on SanJoelLive.com/scores, brought to you by Deersky and Deersky Realtors, the real estate professionals in Texas. This has been Matt Trammell at the Joe's Ice Live Desk. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Matt Trammell, always keeping us locked and loaded with anything and everything Texas high school football. In fact, we actually switch it on. It's the YouTube that's officially kind of gone dark on that. I believe at Facebook they kind of cut you off at about 4 hours. So we're still live on the Facebook, YouTube, not so much in that one there. So we'll keep it going. We'll wait for one more Christoval touchdown before we say goodbye. I'm certain it's going to come. I mean, at any moment. I mean, you would think probably at the rate that they've been scoring, as Trammell would say, they hung a 50 burger this afternoon. They're hanging a 50 burger on Snook right now. And Trammell, I mean, he's asking, he's saying, hey, do we have another touchdown?
I want some touchdowns, man.
I mean, because we're waiting to see who's gonna get the Topo Chico for the afternoon.
So Christoval is driving right now.
Okay, Christoval is driving as we speak, leading 50-6 against the Snook Blue Jays. Trammell, do you guys think that the ones are still in at this point? I mean,
I don't even know.
I don't know.
Maybe he's showing no mercy. What about a field goal?
Hopefully Fava's in.
Yeah, do we know what the field goal is? Hopefully Fava's in, this guy.
Hey, so here's a cool story that I just saw. So remember earlier this season, one of the biggest stories out of West Texas was Mason. They had a girl play on their team. And that was pretty crazy, right?
Yep.
So today, history was broken. The first time a Power 5 team, a team in a Power 5 conference in college football has had a girl player, and there was a girl player today on Vanderbilt.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah. So there you go. Girls can play football too.
Oh,
Not
wow.
a Kinseals team.
I think she was also a kicker.
Wow, what's a kicker? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
She was also on the. I think she was on the women's soccer team there.
Okay.
Yep. She was She was on the women's soccer team, and they needed a kicker, I guess.
She's gonna have some D1 babies.
Yeah. Right. There you go. There you go.
Well, that works, of course. Hey, you know who else is at Vanderbilt, Trammell?
Who's that?
It's a kid that Christian
I'm
Gabaldon
pretty
saw
familiar
last
with.
season. Yeah, of Weatherford. Ken Seals, the QB1. He, in fact, is a starting QB1 at Vandy this season as a true freshman.
Well, he's got a new chick on the team.
He's got a new chick on the team. Yeah.
New weapon, maybe.
New weapon, yeah. Didn't see her coming.
I don't think anybody saw her coming with that.
No,
but
that's awesome.
That's a good thing. It's a good
Yeah,
thing. There's
that's
diversity in America, and certainly when it comes
Quality
to college
equity.
Football. Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, we'll leave it at that, Trammell. We'll leave it at that. Let's see. All right. What else we got to talk? Are we still waiting on Christoval?
They're still driving. They're working it, man. They're working. Bellini's out here working hard for us.
Yeah. All right. So we're not gonna throw Bellini under the bus there. because we need one. In fact, we need to settle the score. Who, in fact, will get the Topo Chico? Because
I'm gonna guess it's gonna be Fava, but you know.
Trammell says it's gonna be Joshua Fava. Christian says he's going Wilcox. As is JD. Now I'm leaning more towards Bo Jolly.
Yeah, he hasn't gotten him one, so let's see if he can actually get on the board.
I think he got one, didn't he?
Is he number 4?
No, he is number 2.
Oh yeah, so no, he didn't catch the first one.
Yeah, but he did catch a deep ball from Wilcox to set up a touchdown for him. So yeah, it was
didn't score.
Didn't score. Oh my goodness. Okay, here we go.
Hey, when it's 50-6. Hey, horseshoes and hand grenades, buddy. Horseshoes and hand grenades.
All right, as we await our touchdown, as Christoval is driving against Snook in the second quarter, leading 50-6. Is that correct, Trammell?
That is correct.
We'll have a word from our sponsor.
We're the general store with the story to tell. From the local jellies and jams made right here in West Texas, to the gifts and collectibles for everyone, along with our handcrafted Polish pottery to accent your dinner table. So let your memories begin at Eggemeyer's General Store, located in downtown San Angelo.
All right, big shout out to Eggemeyer's General Store, the best darn little general store in San Angelo and West Texas. Fellas, if you're whoever's watching, I mean, whether it be, you know, if you're looking for the gift for the lady in your life, or perhaps Game Gamer Mom, or whoever that may be, head on over there. They'll get you covered. Tell them Manny and Christian and JD sent you, along with Trammell. And heck, if you're Trammell, I'm sure he'll point you in the direction of Joe's Ice House.
Yeah, I'll say if you start right here, go about 17 blocks this way, take a right, you're gonna hit a left on Sherwood Way.
Yeah. In fact,
I'm telling you. But the best thing about Eggmeyer is, every time this is why I'm starting to get this right here. I got to hide this behind the desk a little bit because I keep going into Eggmeyer's and getting their fudge. Oh man,
the fudge is pretty on point.
Homemade fudge is. Oh.
It'll catch you. It'll catch you on the old belt line there.
Oh, it has been, man. Ever since they started sponsoring this, it was just nothing but me going down there getting some fudge.
All right. So we got Christoval leading right now, 50-6 against Snook. Looks like that they are very well on their way to the Class 2A Division II 4th round, which is the regional final, which they'll await the winner of D'Hanis and Falls City. And it looks like, oh my goodness.
I don't even want to say it. I don't 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 want to say it. Let's just wait. Can we wait? Let's wait till we get this highlight.
So we do the verdict. If you're wondering who actually scored the next touchdown, because all right, so the next touchdown we put a little something on it, as Joe Hyde would say. We put a Topo Chico on who would actually score the next Christoval touchdown, because all of them have just been going nuts today. Yeah. Certainly Braden Wilcox. Trammell said it would be Joshua Fava. Gabaldon and JD said it would be Braden Wilcox. I said Bo Jolly. Topo Chico's on the line. Trammell, do we have something that
I'm asking him because I told him, I said, hey, we got a big old bet going on the line right here, and I'm very excited to get this highlight, boys. I'm telling you.
Oh, man.
We're getting it going, though. James Bellini's working hard out there, busting his butt. You know, it's Black Friday. Nobody wants to work on Black Friday, so just shout out to James for just sacrificing a little bit and getting it in there.
Yeah, James Bellini. In fact, he's been hooking us up all season long throughout. I mean, just efforting. We tell him to go down to Sonora. He's there. We tell him to go out to Snyder. There. I mean, he's anywhere and everywhere around West Texas. So we're about to settle the score of who actually scored the next Christoval touchdown. Yeah.
Y'all ready?
Let's do it.
Hold on, Trammell. Let's.
Are you ready?
Gosh.
What about y'all?
I don't know.
Here it is.
Let's do it.
Here we go.
We're lining up. Is that Braden Wilcox? He's back there. Bo Jolly's, he's in there too, but they gave it to Joshua Fava. Get in there, big boy. That's right. Matt Trammell with the Topo Chico. Yeah, we can run it back just for the people at home one more time. Shakes the first person and then just goes and gets to the pylon. Or not the pylon, this whatever that's called. Sticks, sure. Anyways, the goal line, he's in there. That's a touchdown. And man, are the Christoval Cougars just going to walk their way into the fourth round of the playoffs.
I think last week they hung 72, something like that.
They're looking for it again. It's James just said the third quarter just now ended.
Oh my
so
gosh.
they very well could, as long as they don't put those twos in.
Wow. Well,
Which the way if you kick an onside to open the games, you're not going to put your twos in.
Man, look! Well, that touchdown there seals the win for Matt Trammell. We'll have one last look. I mean, we're just playing the hits here for Christoval. As Joshua Fava puts in the most recent touchdown for the Cougars to now make it, what is that,
56, if not 58 or 57.
We're waiting to see if there was an extra point. But
either way, they are up by at least 50.
Man, okay. Well, that's been fun to watch the Cougars. I mean, it's been good all afternoon watching them. I mean, it's down in Fredericksburg, Texas, as they continue to make history in this season. I mean, we haven't seen them make a run like this since the mid '90s of the six-man era, which is well before Christian and Trammell. What year were you born?
98.
98. Okay, so yeah, it's before.
Yeah, something before our time.
Yeah, before the time of Trammell and Gabaldon here. And I was kind of just a small tyke whenever they were around. So there we go. All right. Before we kind of wave goodbye to the show, to the folks here, I mean, we're getting almost to the 3.5-hour mark here in the show. We had Tanner Dabbert join us earlier in the afternoon. JD, thoughts on the show? Thoughts on some of the things you've seen this afternoon?
Everything was pretty cool, man. I really glad you invited me to come down. Check it out. Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah,
really cool to meet everybody.
Perhaps a shout out to Joe Aguirre for watching and.
Yeah, that guy's been blowing up. He's really interested in me.
He's had some.
I don't know. Yeah.
He's had some colorful words to say about JD here. Of course, we'll see him. JD and I will see him here.
Seemed
in
pretty
a bit.
upset after me being married. Sorry. Sorry, man.
I'm sorry, man. Christian, thoughts before we say goodbye here.
Congrats to the Cougars. Christoval Cougars, as it looks like they're going to go to the fourth round.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck to Sterling City. They play tomorrow or tonight?
Tomorrow.
They
play
tomorrow.
5 o'clock, Colorado City.
So good luck to them. Hopefully a win for them as well. Central, take this bye week off, enjoy it, and hopefully have a home playoff game come 2 weeks from now.
Yep.
So, yeah, another great week, another great week of football.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
That indeed. Trammell, final thoughts from you, sir?
Well, we got a week to figure it out. If you're Coach Davis and the Central Bobcats, you got a week to figure it out. If you're Malachi, you got a week to figure out how to hold on to that football and quit throwing those turnovers. If they don't, they are going to be out the first round. We've seen them; they can play very good football. We've seen that they played good all throughout district until they had to play some good teams. And the only reason they lost those games, and I truly believe, is just because of turnovers. So if they can go fix those problems, Christoval will keep playing like they're playing. Sterling City go win a shootout 50-50 ball. Concho Valley might be putting out some real good teams coming in December.
Yep. No, I couldn't agree with you more, Matt Trammell.
Oh, and thanks. I'm Matt Trammell from the Joe's Ice Says.
He had to get that one last plug in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you want to throw in one more, Trammell? I mean, where they can find Joe's Ice House?
Oh, yeah, Joe's Ice House. I don't know if it's in Sherwood or Beauregard, but it's right behind the office. I mean, trust me, it's walking. I can throw a rock and buy a Topo Chico. No, but Joe's Ice House, we appreciate you sponsoring us. Eggmeyer's, y'all are awesome. WWF, Coach Steele, y'all are awesome. Bug Express, y'all are awesome. I mean, without y'all, we wouldn't be here giving you all these highlights and everything. So thanks to all our sponsors. Thanks, guys, for coming out. I'm Matt Trammell, and this has been the Live Desk.
All righty. Thank you, Matt Trammell. Hey, it's been fun. It's been real today. We've seen some good football, despite kind of what we saw with San Angelo Central. But hey, at least they live to fight another day. Their season is not over yet. They still will await the postseason here in another 2 weeks. And then, it is good to be a Christoval Cougar. I tell you that
Great,
tonight. Doing some big things in Fredericksburg, Texas. So we'll hope to catch up with them next week, wherever that may be. Falls City, I know that's somewhere down in that central Texas, South Texas area. So, I mean, no telling where Christoval's going to be next week. They were in San Antonio last week, south side of San Antonio. This week in Fredericksburg. So, I mean, we'll find them somewhere in the hill country here next week. So, hey, big thanks to James Bellini, Boots on the Ground in Fredericksburg, Texas, giving us all the video this afternoon. In fact, you can catch, we'll have some video highlights of this game as soon as it goes final. We'd also like to give a shout out to our scorekeepers of the afternoon, Sonia Ramirez Munoz and Yanis Green. Also like to extend a happy birthday to Sonia. It was her birthday on Wednesday, so thank you so much. And the happiest of birthdays. I'm not going to say how old you are, so we'll leave it at that there. But yeah, and then of course, got to say thanks to JD Nava.
Yeah, thanks for having me on the show, guys. It's really cool.
You drove
really
in from Tennessee. How many hours was that?
About 14 hours.
Okay.
Right, exactly about 1,000 miles. So. Yeah, but we're used to it.
Yeah.
So it's an easy
yeah.
drive.
It's no big deal.
Yeah, no big deal. It's just a thing.
Alrighty, well,
Ryan?
it's yeah.
Ryan too. Okay, if you're gonna thank everybody, gotta thank me.
Ryan Chadwick, our resident Bobcat connoisseur. He was, in fact, you can catch his write-up. I'm sure that's getting ready to go up, if not already up on SanAngeloLive.com. So big thanks to Chadwick, as well as for joining us on the show as well. Well, that's going to do it for Week 14. Week 15.
Man.
Week 15. That's
lot of
next
weeks.
week. Yeah, and it's getting real low on the old totem pole of who's left in the whole tournament here.
It's about a NFL season right there.
Yeah.
Our scores page just keeps getting smaller and smaller.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens with Sterling City. Hopefully that they can hold it down. I'm not sure if Mason can, but we'll see. I mean, that's why you play football there. All right. Well, for Week 14, and for the folks that that make this show happen, and for all the folks that are sponsors, we'd like to say thank you. For Christian Gabaldon, Matt Trammell, JD Nava, I'm Manny Diaz. Good night. God bless. Happy Black Friday. Of course, happy Thanksgiving.